bicycle. He got a bicycle from somebody.
Okay, take 2.
All right. Looks like it's working.
Yeah. Take 2. I should have been episode 6. We'll just put that in there.
Episode 6?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Still recording.
We are recording, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're on.
Hello.
Say Diego's last name, Doug.
No.
Do it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know how to do it.
No, I don't.
Roll that R.
I can't roll my R's. My teeth will fall out. We tried that. Oh, no. Dirk just cut. Sorry.
No, you just basically do a D. Like Enriquez. That's essentially what it is. Like, that's the white way of rolling an R. Enriquez.
Okay.
You never heard of that before?
Nope.
Oh, makes sense.
All right. Episode 6.
I grew up on the north side.
Exactly. No, they just actually rolled their R's there.
Oh, no, they don't. They just roll bullets. We had too much fun today.
I guess.
Hey, I'm having a great time. Welcome, episode 6. We got Diego.
How's it going?
I can't say the name of the podcast because I don't know what it means.
Chismecitos.
Yeah, that word.
Can you say it slowly?
No. My teeth will fall out.
Chismecitos.
Nope. Cheese, me, see, toast.
There you go.
Like Mentos. No, never mind. Shut up. God damn it.
I feel like I might not even be awake enough for this podcast.
Oh, shit.
You guys are on, or Doug's on a different one.
It's a great day, or night-ish.
Tis nighttime.
It is nighttime.
I kind of want coffee. It's almost like we've had like a coffee or like a frozen drink thing like every single podcast so far, except for this one.
No, I'm two espressos in today.
Wow.
Actually, I can't talk. I've had a C4 this morning and then 500 milligrams of like caffeine pills.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like what, the swarms?
No,
The wasps or whatever? I used to do those.
No, I don't know. I got them off Amazon to like bodybuilder like caffeine pills.
Switch to red line.
Those got discontinued.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
those are great.
Same with bangs.
Oh, yeah. Those were
Next
Yeah.
level, and they went away and came back.
And energy drink bag?
Yeah.
Those things made me shaky. Like it was like a pre-workout, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel like working out when I drank a bang. And I was just like,
Oh no, I'd have a bang and like get all itchy. I'm like, all right, let's go to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink it like on the way, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm on bucked up now.
I like booked up. I don't like the
Bucked Up.
flavors though.
No, I don't.
Pre-workout.
Yeah.
well, I know it's pre-workout, but I haven't
Well, I take
been
I
taking much
take,
of
I take 2
anything like
scoops
that.
under my tongue, and then I drink it with the energy drink with a pre-workout, then I go to the gym.
Yeah, that's a little much for me.
Oh.
I'll do like 2 scoops of pre-workout, but like in like a shot of water.
Yeah. No water.
Yeah, no. I can't try a scoop like that.
Oh, it's
I'm not
easy.
that ballsy.
No, it's easy.
I've tried it, and I like almost sneeze it out. It hurts. It's like the cinnamon challenge.
Oh gosh,
You
I don't
guys remember that?
I do. I'm pretty sure people are still doing that. Or
Probably. I don't
Yeah.
know. Kids eat Tide Pods. You never know.
Yeah, I was a monster today. I was a monster. I swam so much today.
Jesus.
I was like 3,800 yards.
God damn.
Under an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
Yeah, I was on a bomb one.
Fucking killer whale out there.
Ah, fuck. Felt like a Pokemon. So,
I don't know.
What's your podcast?
You're the guest, Diego. Tell us about you. How old are you?
So I just turned 30 a month ago today. So July 26th, we actually share a birthday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We're not going to talk about my age.
yeah.
I don't know. I definitely don't act my age. So
Prohibition.
prohibition.
I think that's like
No,
part
that's
of the
Dusty.
BMX.
That's sorry, that's Dusty.
I think that's like part of the BMX scene though. Is like we never really graduated past like 16,
Yeah.
17 years old. we're like just old enough to like go do shit on our own, but ultimately like we're still kids at heart. We just want to ride little kids' bikes.
True that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely. I mean, I guess I've done like adult things, but definitely not where other 40-year-olds are.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, everybody's got their shit more together than I do. I'm still trying to
Like
make
the
a
dream.
successful BMX shop. Like, if it wasn't for my wife making money,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here. I'd be, I don't know. I don't really care what I do. I'd sling burgers at McDonald's if I could. As long as I keep riding.
Yeah, that's living the dream.
That's living the dream.
Yep.
I like it.
I mean, Tom Dugan worked at a mini golf course, just drinking Dr. Pepper all day, so.
And he,
true.
sucks, and he sucks at golf.
I don't think I would do
bowler,
mini,
though.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't play mini golf if I worked at a mini golf course.
Why not?
Dude, I don't know. I'd rather bumper cars or something. I don't know. I'm definitely not a fan of golf.
You go from mini
Really?
golf to bumper cars. We're not at bowling clubs anymore.
Yeah, we're mulligans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mulligan's has bumper cars, don't they?
I don't think they do anymore.
Not for 40-year-olds with a Dunlop like you.
Okay, Michelin Man.
Look who's talking.
You look like the Michelin Man, though.
Oh.
I might have a Dunlop,
It's
but
fine. Fine with me. Got good tread.
oh damn,
Fucking all-season tires.
That's right.
we got
You were in
Slim
rainbow.
over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, 30 years old.
Yep.
This isn't even about us. We got to talk about Diego.
I know. 30 years old.
Yeah, 30 years old. Been riding bikes 27 years. So I started racing on my third birthday, like every other toddler does. And kind of all started from there. So I raced for like 16-ish years. And like the last couple of years, like kind of transitioned in freestyle. And kind of ran with that for a while. And then I took like a 5-year hiatus from riding, like right after high school. So I was on the surf team in high school. I was like captain 2 years, varsity 3 years, and then moved to Hawaii to go to college and like lived literally just the beach bum life. Slept in my car on the weekends, like on the beach, woke up to the sun, went to bed with the sun, and just that was it. And then came back and just kind of didn't really have like a great riding scene. So like I grew up in Long Beach, and there was a pretty decent scene there. Skate parks were like all right, but we didn't have like a lot. There was like ultimately no trails, and if there were, they were like torn down or they were super run down. And then after high school, moved up to Redondo, and there's ultimately no scene. Like there was like a handful of dudes that rode. A few of them were pretty good, but it was either we were riding kind of like a really shitty park, or they rode street, and I was never really about the street scene. You know, come from racing, I like going fast and I like going high. So
It still does.
try.
Oh.
But there's YouTube footage of you doing handrails
Yes, I did ride pegs for a while. I even ran 3 pegs
and
there
a
for little bit.
gyro.
And a gyro. Yeah, we were just looking at that.
How were you?
Yeah, there's proof of a
I will
gyro.
watch it.
There's proof of a good-looking bike that's not like incredibly loud.
Until he touches his brakes. You
Yeah,
can hear
the brakes
it.
were loud. But that was the thing back then. Is like you had
Yeah.
brakes that screamed at people. That was the best.
Yeah.
Like in Redondo, we had a strand on the beach, and so it was like 5 miles long. It went from Torrance to the end of like Manhattan, like El Segundo.
Yeah.
And people walk it, run it, ride bikes. So at night, me and my friends would just go like ride up and down the strand, just kind of like cause havoc. And you'd have like your few like night runners, and just like they're out there getting it, and I come sprinting up and just grab my brakes and just.
Damn kids.
But I mean, that was it. That was like I said, like we didn't really have. But there was 2 skate parks out there. One of them was essentially just glorified, really big banks, like no quarters, nothing. And then the other one was, by the time I moved out there, had essentially got shut down to like no bikes allowed, and there was like a security guard there every day watching it. It was kind of nuts.
Why no bikes?
That's a great question. I don't know. The city came in, so it was not in a bad neighborhood, but not in a great neighborhood. So it just kind of attracted that community, essentially. So there was a bunch of skaters that ultimately sat around, smoked and drank all day, and then their friends that didn't skate or ride or do anything also sat around. So it started to cause a lot of havoc.
So
and
kick the bikes out.
Well, and so the city came in and essentially kicked everybody out, and bikes were ultimately never allowed. But because now there was someone there monitoring it, they weren't letting any bikes in.
Stupid.
You know.
All right, so racing though.
Yeah,
From
racing.
the age of 3 till
I was about. Well, I guess I kind of quit at like 16, 17. So ultimately, like 13, 14 years, I'd raced. Still race kind of every now and then. Just jump back on the bike and go race a national. And like, all right, going back into retirement. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, I started racing on my 3rd birthday. So the neighborhood that I grew up in Signal Hill when I was little, there was a bunch of like older boys. They all rode BMX. Like one of the dads had built like a four-way like tabletop, so he'd drag it out and they'd all go ride. And like that time I was like still in diapers, like pedaling around on training wheels, trying to keep up. And then so one day, and I've only ever like heard the story. I don't like, actually remember this, but I remember one day begging my mom to take my training wheels off. Like, mom, please. And she keeps telling me, no, like, I don't have time. Like, I'm working. I don't have time to chase you up and down the driveway. I was like, no, I'll be fine. I got this. I can do it. It's like, all right, fine. If I take your training wheels off, will you leave me alone? I was like, yes. So she does, holds my seat so I can get balanced. She's like, all right, ready to go. Like, gives me a little push, and I literally took off down the driveway, jumped off the curb, and was like, gone. I was like, oh, shit. Like, all right. And then, yeah, very shortly after that, got on a track. And then about a year, maybe a little less than a year later, my older sister started racing. And then about a year and a half after that, my mom started racing as well. So it really became like a family affair. And then we really started going to nationals. We all started getting really good, started getting picked up by teams. And then at that point, we were at the track like 5 days a week.
It's just you 3?
Just us
So
3, yeah.
No dad to like be there on your back, like.
So my dad was there. He was very involved. Like my dad's a very like logical, analytical side of things. Like a very like business minded. So like, all right, we gotta learn how like why this works and how we're gonna do it. So like for me, like transitioning to like now, that's like how a lot of my brain works. Like when it comes to freestyle, surfing, like literally anything comes from that, breaking it down, and ultimately like working backwards on it. So figuring out the end goal and like backtracking on it to figure out how we're gonna get there. But ultimately, my dad was there for a little bit, and then my parents had my little sister, and so me, my mom, and my older sister were out riding, and my dad was like, okay, well, now I'm just here, like, chasing around a toddler. Like, I could just do this at home, So my dad essentially stayed home from the time I was, like, 8 years old and just hung out with my little sister while we went and started traveling the country, ultimately racing, just because it was kind of a lot,
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like it's normally like the other way around, or like more like the whole family.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
dads are the ones that are there and like go faster, pedal.
Yeah, they're the ones on the sideline screaming. Actually, I think I've heard more moms screaming and like being gnarly on their kids than I've heard dads, and that's like saying something.
Yeah, it kind of for me it went both ways for sure.
Yeah.
Like
So
not in racing, but like the other sports, like baseball. My mom was a maniac, dude. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't hit a baseball to save my life. And she'd be like trying to tell me what to do, and I'm like, I can't hit that ball.
Yeah.
Like I get a full count, I just lean in and just get hit so I can get on the base.
Instead of standing up on the team so I couldn't hit it.
I didn't know. I never played t-ball.
T-ball was actually the only time I played baseball, and I was like, you know what, this is too slow for me. I'm out.
Yeah, I got into baseball and it was coach pitch. Like the coach pitched you the ball.
You're like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, those I could hit. But then when I started playing like real little league, Doug's down over here laughing. He probably couldn't even hit a beach ball with a tennis racket. Gorilla.
Just the way. I think you're like Roger Dorn from like Major League.
I've never seen that movie, so.
Fucking Benchwarmers when what's the name? Dewey. He comes out. He's got a sword.
Oh, is that the guy that's like scared of the sun? Or something? Yeah.
Inside,
no, I couldn't.
Inside good, outside bad. The sun wants to get me.
Yeah. No, I wasn't that awkward, but yeah, I could never really hit a baseball to save my life.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, screw it. I'm not going to strike out. I'm the loser. Just lean in and just take one for the team.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, so like going back to racing, I mean, like, so my mom grew up in Lake Paris, so she grew up playing in the dirt. So she grew up also racing BMX, you know, with her older half brother, and so her stepdad at the time was taking them to the track. So they raced BMX, they raced moto, like they went off roading, like did all that stuff. So a lot of like my dirt activities comes from like my mom's side, because she still obviously very much involved. Like she still races, she works in the BMX industry. It's very much like still something she does.
How did she get into that?
Which part?
Like working in the BMX industry. What did you?
So she got into working in the BMX industry without like diving super deep into like family background, but essentially market crash hit, and both my parents were business owners, worked from home, and kind of like everything shit hit the fan in like every colossal way. So we were going to the track, like I said, 5 days a week, and so my mom started working signups and like helping out at the track so that we could all ride and race for free. And then from there, got a job with Intense Signs, like back in the like VSI days. So it was like THE, which is Toby Henderson, like Enterprises. He made helmets and pads and all kinds of stuff. So then she started working there, and she worked for him for like 8 years, I want to say. And then when he left Intense and went to go start Speed Co. and Box Pro Max, my mom followed, and she essentially was like sales director there. Worked there with him for another, I want to say probably like 6 years, until she ultimately like got fed up and left. And then she started working with Answer S Squared, and now she runs like essentially the entire sales department over there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I'll be emailing that soon.
Stupid Doug. Stupid Doug. Anyway. So you race, how far did you take racing?
So I went pretty far with racing. At a very young age, I was about it and fast until everyone kind of like really hit their like first like big growth spurts. So like kind of going into middle school around that time, everyone just started getting taller, stronger, bigger, faster than me. So I had essentially I had a great gait, no second and third pedal, but I had like track skill, like bike control, all the things. So I could snap everybody until now, like what's the 30-foot line is, it's like then they were gone. And then like come around first turn and like going through the track, I was able to like catch back up and start keeping up with the pack. So it went pretty far with it, and then in January of 2009, I ruptured my spleen in Goodyear, Arizona. Racing, yeah. Well, it was during practice, so we got there. So like I said, my mom worked for Intense, so she actually drove. Like the company dually pulled a 40-foot trailer, parked it, like we drove it, we set up, essentially camp. And then, so we get there like on Thursday, and so racing's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We get there Thursday, and my mom literally just unhooks the truck from the trailer, and I'm out on the track practicing, and it was on a roller to like a table. So manual the roller and go to nose bonk the table into like nose press it essentially and come back in, and I essentially bonked it and kept flying. So I literally flew probably 8-10 feet. Clipped in, and landed like this. So bars went straight into my gut, ruptured my spleen, died on impact. I broke the side of my hand, and I have no idea like how long I was out for. I have like whole afterlife experience. I just remember waking up and like everyone's like a bunch of people like surrounding me, and then my sister's boyfriend at the time like literally scoops me up and starts sprinting to the truck. And then so I went to the hospital, ended up getting life flighted from the first hospital we went to because they weren't in a trauma center. So flew in a helicopter a couple miles to another one, stayed there for 2 weeks. I spent 9 days in ICU. While there, my lungs collapsed twice, I flatlined twice, and I had a needle about like this big going through my ribs, and they drained us. It was like I think like 2.5 gallons out of like fluid out of like my chest cavity.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that put a really big halt on my racing career.
How old were you?
I was in 8th grade, so 2009, like 14.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was out of not just racing, but literally any physical activity for a year. Like I wasn't able to like raise my heart rate. I had like standing up, like walking was an issue. You know, like when I was in the hospital, like
Can't even watch scary movies.
you can't watch scary movies. Like sitting up in bed, like I was winded for like a month. Like I walked slower than like your 80-year-old grandpa, like with a walker, just like one step at a time, just like. Because not only was like did I have like my body have all the trauma, but my lungs collapsed, so that I like, was literally breathing like through a balloon, essentially, or through a straw.
Damn.
Yeah, and so very shortly after that happened, it was either right after or right before, I'd gotten invited to the junior development team for the Olympics. Like I said, so this was it might have been right after or before, because this was 2008 Olympics was going on, and they started the program for the next generation going into the Olympics. And so my class, my age group was essentially would have been that next group for the 2012 Olympics. And so I remember like getting the letter and I was like, well, I don't know like what to think about this. Like, I don't know if I can even compete at this level. I don't know, like, I don't even know if I'm going to go back into racing. And so I essentially like took it and just like, all right, throw it away, because I didn't know what to do. You know, and that was at that time, like hearing about the Olympics and BMX was going to be in the Olympics. It was like literally a dream. Like, oh my God, I get to go race like on literally the biggest stage in the world. I get to go compete for my country and just be a small town hero. And then that happened. I was like, well, there goes that. So yeah, they put a pretty big damper on that parade. But as soon as I was able to start racing again, just like even being on my bike like I was, as soon as I could, and really after that, I hit training and like I took racing probably more serious after my injury than I ever had, because like I said, not only was I gone a year, but I had like gone backwards. I lost all my endurance. I lost all my strength. I hadn't touched a bike in a year. Like everything was foreign essentially at that point. So then racing became 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Like I wasn't at school, I was like on my bike. Whether I was like at home doing sprints, because I lived down the street from the school, so there was a slight hill and literally just sprints until sundown. And then if we were at the track, that was it. I was on the track the entire time.
That made you hungry.
Oh, I was
You're
hungry.
Like the comeback kid.
Yeah, and like I'm super competitive and I hate losing, and knowing that I like had that like essentially, you know, I had to put the pushback and everything going against me. Like I needed to prove myself, like not for anybody else, but like for me. So yeah, so I got really after it, and then I really kind of like re-jumpstarted my racing career, and then also at the same time started riding freestyle, because anytime I could be on my bike, anytime I could like get better, get more bike control, that's what I was doing. You know, so I grew up with the kid in my neighborhood. He was my older sister's age. He was like 5 years older than me, Tyler Kirkland, and he lived like 5 streets away from me. And from a young age, like he always took care of me, like just riding around, like even the neighborhood, doing whatever. And he's like, "Hey, like let's go to the skate park." I was like, "Oh, okay. Like how are we gonna get there?" He's like, "What do you mean we're gonna ride?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And my parents were like, "Yeah, cool. Like if he's got you, like go get after it. Be home by dark." I'm like, cool. And then we literally spent like 4 or 5 hours in the skate park. I was like on a 30-pound red line, that weighed almost as much as I did, like trying to do literally anything on it. But yeah, and that's kind of like freestyle came in, and then high school, like I said, I was on the surf team. So then everything kind of got put on the back burner in a sense, but everything also like was working towards one another. Like surfing helped me build strength and endurance that I didn't have like for racing.
It's cross training.
Yeah, it's full cross training.
So what happened with the Olympic team? You got injured and
I got injured and literally threw the invitation away. Yeah. Like I said, like I had no idea where I was gonna go, like with riding, because like everyone was like, "Well, are you gonna ride a bike again?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I want to, but like I don't know. Like, am I gonna be scared? Like, what's gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen? Am I even gonna race? Like, there's no way I can get back to where I was." So yeah, invitation just like, oh, that's cool. Like, I realistically probably like should have kept it and framed it like, I was somebody someday.
You still are.
Oh,
We're talking
thank you.
about you still are. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that was like the other side of the coin. It was like, okay, well, am I going to like get into racing and like still continue to pursue BMX, or am I like done with it? And like I went and pursued and like continued to ride bikes and got to where we are today.
Yeah.
what was that mental struggle like? Getting back on a bike, getting the tires off the ground again.
I think getting the tires off the ground again was a little bit more of a struggle than getting back on the bike, because towards the end of like being hurt, like I kind of like started to push it of like what I could do. It's like, all right, I feel good, and so like I'd go pedal around, and like that was just like such like a, I don't know, like so cliche, but like feeling the wind in my hair like on my face like was literally the best feeling, because I hadn't like had any speed, like I couldn't run, couldn't do anything. So like just to feel like the wind on my face was like, oh, this is fucking sick. And then going to the track again, I was kind of timid just because I didn't want to get hurt. I ended up getting my mom had got me a hockey pad, like chest protector, so it wasn't like the hard shell. I wear it under my jersey, and it was like just more nimble. And I wore that, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm really scared. So like the gate would drop, and I just like let everybody go like at practice, and like just kind of like cruise around, not do anything like super crazy. But my confidence like came back really quickly, because my ability like ultimately never left. Like I was worried, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna remember how to do anything. You know, it was in 8th grade. You don't know. But yeah, and then it all picked right back up super quick, and I think that is what helped me jumpstart and like really get hungry and like start getting after it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mental struggle after an injury sucks.
It was rough. Well, I mean, shit, I broke my ankle in December,
Right.
and like getting back, like
And we were there when he broke it.
yeah, and I wasn't even doing anything cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just rolled it.
I was riding
I
switch
think you were
foot.
Switch
actually
foot. You switch
behind
foot.
me when it happened.
I think I was I was in front of Charlie. I think you were sitting up like at the deck at Webb,
Yep.
and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna ride switch foot and like do this. And you're like, you're fucking crazy. And I dropped in, I was like, oh yeah, do. And then I like came off the lip, and I was like, wait, if I'm switch foot, which one am I supposed to whip? And just like kind of stale fish for a second, and then did like my normal whip, and I was like, oh, that feels weird. I put my foot down and literally just foot got under my back tire, and
Yep.
Stupid ones.
Remember he took his shoe off and there's a bulge sitting on the side.
it's still there.
So, all right. Injuries. How
Okay.
many? Let's hear about the injuries.
So I've got 22 broken bones, 6 concussions, 2 sets of fake teeth. I've died 3 times, 2 collapsed lungs, and only 1 surgery. Well, 2 if you count my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got surgery on my left ankle because I broke that at Sweetwater. Those dirt jumps during COVID. I did a dip 3 on the last jump and like spun just a little off axis. I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump off. Kept spinning, foot landed like left foot, and because it's soil tack, like you don't slide. Foot stuck and went. I was like, oh, sick.
So you had surgery on that one?
Yeah, so I have a plate and 7 screws in my ankle. That's always fun, like hitting in on anything because it sticks out.
Yup.
Like one of the only places like I have feeling in my legs. Shins are toast.
Yeah, same. My ankle tip fib. Got the plate and 6 screws. Like you go to like massage therapist, you're like, don't touch that.
Yeah.
Like where? Like where the big 6-inch long scar is. Just
Yeah.
don't touch that. We're
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I've got one of those on my shin, but it's fine. Like I split it open on a pedal, like during summers, right in Chance, like BMX kids did, and literally there's a scar from the other day. Rode home from the skate park, so that was at El Dorado in Long Beach, and there was a tennis shack, I don't know, 150 yards away. Split it open, pedaled over there, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have a first aid kit?" And literally my shin's gushing blood. Dude looks up from his phone, "Yeah, what do you need it for?" Looks at my shin, he goes, "Here you go, the bathroom's right there." I was like, "Okay." Go to the bathroom, clean it off, butterfly bandage it. I was like, "Here you go." And he goes, "Are you okay? Do you need me to call the ambulance?" I was like, "No, dude, it's just a little bit of blood." I was like, "I'll be fine." And then literally rode home 5.5 miles. I was with a friend and 2 other chicks with us. I was still jumping sidewalk box jumps essentially. And the girl's like, "Stop jumping! You're bleeding." I'm like, "I'm fine."
That's how it was.
Yeah. And then they walked into my house.
A broken bone.
Yeah, it was fine. It was just a little bit of blood. But I remember walking into my house, and my dad, like I said, worked from home, and so his office, he had a whole armoire, but it was in our living room, right by the front door. So I come in from the back door, put my stuff away. He's like, "Oh, how'd it go? How was riding?" Eyes don't come off the computer screen. I was like, "Oh, it was good, and I crashed, kind of, got a little bit of blood." He goes, "Oh, you all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And he kind of got a feeling all right, well, why are you just standing here telling me about it? And he looks over and looks down and he goes, "Oh, you think we should go get stitches?" And I was like, "Probably." I think, "All right, let's go." Loaded up and went to the hospital or to the ER and to go get stitches. And we had this super bum old dude literally so stiff, no sense of humor, nothing. Got 4 internal stitches. They pinch glued it, and then "All right, there you go." And then at that time, I was on the surf team in high school, so I was surfing every morning at
Oh, shit.
I was in the water at 6:30 every morning, so that I could get out by 8 o'clock, be at school by 9, 10 o'clock. And so every morning, taking the wetsuit off, the scab came right off with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it burn?
No.
No. Saltwater method?
No. At that point, it's so cold in the morning, you literally, it's like doing it like a cold plunge. That ice cream brain freeze feeling. You're "Oh." And then it get at that point to middle of winter, it's warmer in the water than the air is. And then you come out your hands are numb, they're white, you can't close your fingers, you can't make a fist, your hands are just stuck. And then your feet.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And then walking on the sand or Bolsa Chica is like that real gritty asphalt.
Yeah.
It literally felt like walking on lava. It's yeah, it was rough. So yeah, that hurt. Dealing with that was way worse than dealing with my shin, my scab coming off. Just and it's wet. A wet scab just peels off. Yeah.
Slimes off.
Yeah, literally.
Awesome.
All right, so 22 broken bones?
22, yeah.
Damn. And just one surgery and some mouth surgery.
Yep.
How'd you knock your teeth out?
So riding at El Dorado, the same skate park I grew up riding, there's a 4-foot hip. That was my ankle popped.
Like a soda can?
Yeah. So there's a 4-foot hip that I love to blast and do tail whips on. So this was, I think, after I moved home from Hawaii. Took my dad's truck and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go ride Eldo. I just need some nostalgia." He's like, "All right, cool." I'm there for 20, 30 minutes. Do a trick I've done hundreds of times, but I tail up the hip, encased 50-50, and just whap straight to my face.
On the bars?
No, on the ground.
Oh.
So I essentially went from 10 feet to case to face on cement. So that was the first time knocked him out. Got a concussion then, one of my first ones, and then probably 3-4 years later, I was riding a skate park in Paramount, and they had it's a bowl. It's kind of like a kidney bowl. One side's got decent transition, the other side's kind of banky, and then it transfers out into an actual steep bank. but I was riding there with friends, and so like the less steep side has coping, and it's actually really good coping. Like it doesn't stick out or anything. I was like, hey, I want to do a no foot can. Like this is for you. I'm like yelled it at my buddy across the skate park. He's like, oh okay, go no foot can. But my back tire just fucking bonked the coping, and I literally got bucked and just held on. I was like, oh fuck. Boom. Second time, bust teeth out. But that time I had a mouth guard in. So my fake tooth literally exploded inside the mouth guard. Yeah, it was nuts. Got another concussion. One of my friends had to drive I had a Ford Ranger at the time. It was like all pre-rendered out, 4-speed. My buddy had to drive it home, and he stalled it doing like 30 miles an hour. I still have no idea how.
Put it in reverse.
I guess. Put it in fucking overdrive, doing 30. I have no idea. It was his first and only time he's like ever driven stick.
Damn.
Is that where you wear full face now?
Yeah.
So it took 2 times before you put the full face on?
Actually, it took another like 4 concussions after that. Or 3 concussions. More recently, like when Jane and Clark were, at the web all the time, like taking photos. I think on like my Instagram, I have a video of it. It's like the snapshots essentially of me doing Superman whip on the second jump. So like that slight right hip, did Superman whip and caught it. My back foot got caught in between my wheel and my seat, and I literally just whacked my head. I like I had a shadow helmet, dented it, cracked it. And then for Christmas, my mom was like, I'm buying you a full face and you're wearing it. I was like, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
So when you did that no-footed can and that beer, so you were like in the no-footed can.
It was literally sideways, yeah.
That is like, I don't know, have you ever had that happen? Or like ever, do you take your feet off?
My
Your feet don't come
one
off.
foot comes off. That's about it.
So have you had that happen? Even just like doing a no footer, it's like we're doing the
bucked.
trick before the back tire clears the coping, and then it just like bonks like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's no like weight on the back wheel to like help it, so it like hits, like hitting a curb or like a parking block.
It's like doing like a bump jump.
Yeah, exactly.
But on accident, and you're not prepared.
Yeah,
I hate that feeling.
Yeah,
That's the worst.
Yeah. Also, don't remember that. There's like videos on like Twitter somewhere of like me super concussed. There's a piece of my tooth on my thumb, and then the whole ride from Paramount to Torrance, because my buddy's mom like worked at the hospital. So she's like, "Hey, I'm bringing Diego in. Like, he's kind of concussed." And I kept saying, "I feel like 10-second Tom." I feel like 10-second Tom.
What's like 10-second Tom?
From 50 First Dates?
Yeah.
I'm horrible with some of these movies.
God.
Yeah.
He's from Oregon.
Jesus. Yeah. Do you guys have TVs there?
No. No, they
Just
had
cows.
No, they had the Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. It's the only thing you know about Oregon, huh?
Try it.
Yeah.
3.5-inch floppy disk.
Yep. I played that game.
Right? Shoot out the buffalo. It's okay. It's okay, Drew. You get there one day.
What?
We'll get
To
you there.
Oregon?
No. Well, if you want to go back, go ahead.
No. Hard no.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
You know things.
So on the full face you have an upside down cross.
Yeah, I've got a few of them on full face on my frame. They
Why?
kind of make their way around.
Just to piss people off or what?
Yes and no. Ultimately, it piss people off, but I'm satanic, so it's just like it even furthers like pissing people off because ultimately the upside down cross isn't satanic. It's not like a satanic symbol by any stretch of the imagination. It's still very much Christian. So the Romans crucified Saint Peter upside down on a cross as like just a form of torture and for shits and giggles to see ultimately if he'd die faster. So it's people see that and like, ugh. I'm like, well, you obviously don't even pay attention to your own book that you study.
That's right.
So, yeah, you'll find a couple pentagrams, some Luciferian like sigils and stuff around, but most of those things like people don't really know what they are, so I don't ever get asked about those because those are also on my helmet. Yeah,
Uneducated.
yeah,
All right.
Respected. Definitely.
yeah.
I've always liked doing stuff to piss people off. So
Same here.
Yeah.
that's why I recognized it.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to being educated about any of that stuff, slim to none. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But
And ultimately, like, that's mass majority of the population.
yeah,
Because it's one of the, it's like school, it's history. Most people, they went to school, they were lectured about history, and like, all right, cool, went home, and like, that was it. And that's how a lot of people like handle church. They go there, they get lectured about it, like, all right, cool, and they go home, and then they like practice what they preach. But ultimately, like, the biggest hypocrites ever. So,
Yo, we've talked a little bit about that.
yeah, we've definitely talked about that at the park. Like, and like, you know, I've got no hate on religion. Like, it's got its place for its people, and
Well, I'm gonna stop you there because religion is what ruins people.
yes,
Like you can have your beliefs, that's
Yes.
cool, but I mean that's what wars are started by, is like over religion. It's just I don't know. I grew up in a very religious family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to say when I was younger it was Catholic. I don't know.
Yeah,
My grandma's been like 7 different religions. Been kicked out of church.
yeah,
Technically once, but the second time I just got up and left. I was 12. I
Yeah.
didn't want to do communion because I was afraid it was alcohol.
Well, it's wine.
yeah. Well,
Well,
Jesus'
supposedly
blood.
yeah. Well, supposedly it's like grape juice or something. But I mean, you know, I grew up. I didn't want to risk drinking alcohol, so my parents drank. It was bad, real
Yeah,
bad.
it was not a good time.
So I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
My grandma was like, you have to. I'm like, this isn't even your church. This is Grandpa's church. You don't believe in this religion.
Yeah.
You need to go do it. I'm like, no.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, so she went to church even though she didn't believe in the religion.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, this is all stupid. And I
Yeah.
left. I just walked out. No idea. I'd only actually lived like there in Oregon. Like we moved there to be with my grandparents and left church and I had no idea where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
I like accidentally found her house like 7 hours later. Small town.
Yeah.
I just wandered around. I was like, no, this is stupid.
Like, yeah, no, that's it for me, dog.
Yep. So
I always thought Jaeger was the stuff that they gave, like, when you drink, like, the wine. I thought it was the Jaeger, because if you see the Jaeger bottle, it has a cross with the deer. So I thought, I put 2 and 2 together. I thought it was Jaeger the whole time. That's why I like Jaeger. That's why I used to like Jaeger a lot.
I was like, I believe in God. I drink Jaeger.
Oh my god, that's the best thing I think I've ever heard about like a not like.
Dude, the bottle of a Jaeger bottle. It's got a cross and the deer. I thought, like, okay, I'm drinking, you know. When they said,
But what does the deer have to do with it? With the cross?
I thought it was deer blood. Because it tastes like shit. But, I mean,
Yeah.
only if it's ice cold, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, thank you.
No, I love it.
I'll skip on Jaeger. I lived in Mammoth for a season. I was a snowboard instructor up there, and one of my roommates like loved Jaeger, and I was like, "How can we not?" And at that time, like I was ultimately like just getting into drinking.
Mm.
Like I'd like just turned 21, and I was like, I don't even still really like beer, I don't really like alcohol. But he's like, let's do shots. Like let's go out to the bar. Let's go do karaoke. And I was like, all right, like whatever, as long as we're not like sitting in this fucking cold ass house. There's literally 8 of us, like 8 dudes living in this house, and we were all so incredibly Jewish. Like we didn't run a heater. We all pitched in to buy a bundle of wood, like a cord of wood. It was like $800. We didn't burn fucking more than like 5 logs because no one wanted to clean out. No one wanted to clean out the fireplace. So there was nights like, and I slept in the loft. I didn't have a room. I slept in the loft, like right at the top of the stairs. And so I had the thermostat like right by my desk, and I looked at it one night and it was like 9 degrees inside.
It's warmer outside.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. So this was the winter of 2016, 2017. So this was like the record-breaking year of snowfall in Mammoth. And so in February, we got 27 feet. Literally like almost a
That
foot.
was like the El Nino year, right?
Something like that.
I was
yeah.
working at the board shop still up in Oregon
Mm-hmm.
when that happened.
Yeah.
And we would go down to Shasta, and we actually had to go down there just to help shovel our sister's store.
Mm-hmm.
And like, no, like when they say 20 feet, like they actually meant like
20 feet.
in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't. There was no street.
Yeah.
We were shoveling.
Nope.
The street.
Yeah.
It was like
You're creating one.
Yeah, you can't really.
Yeah.
And then when we got to go to the mountain, we actually got to take a snowcat up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
and like the dudes that were already up there found like the top like ski lifts,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to help like dig some of that out.
That's so fun.
It was insane. Like
I
there was
hate
no
it.
trees. Like the trees were gone.
Yeah, during February, I said I was a professional shoveler, and then like I didn't work on the mountain. Like I worked for Mammoth, like I worked on the mountain, but I woke up and we shoveled the driveway out so that we could get our cars and trucks out, if it was like possible. And then we went to work, and then we shoveled. Like so, we worked at ski school, so we had like the little magic carpet for the kids.
Yeah,
You know, like
that was
oh,
gone.
so we had to shovel that out. No, we shoveled it out every day, and then we shoveled like the walkways. We shoveled literally everything. And I was like, I spend more of my time shoveling snow than I do like, you know, like I did tickets and I was a manager for the rentals and I did lessons. Like, I shoveled snow more than I did any of those things. It was fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was a
and then
crazy
came
year.
home just to go shovel again. Like it was so bad. So we lived in a 2-story house, and our second story was like covered. Like so, there was a balcony off like the master bedroom. You could literally jump up to like the railing and then walk straight across on the snow. It was insane. And like we had built at one point before it got that gnarly, we built like a drop in off the roof, and then like to a jump and then to a rail, and then like 3 days later, like all of it was gone. And my buddy was like, "My rail, we gotta dig it out." And it's like, fuck that, dude. I've shoveled probably like 1,000 pounds of snow today. You cannot pay me to pick up another one. I'm going to bed.
In my Sub-Zero sleeping bag.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. I slept naked with my clothes that I was going to wear in the next, like for the next day, in my blankets with me. Because you like sleeping naked, like you get warmer faster. 'Cause your body's radiating heat. If you like have clothes on, you're like getting stuck, so you don't heat up like your blankets. You don't heat up the outside of your clothes, like your bed, nothing. So I learned that like, all right, gotta sleep naked. Like gotta heat up all 3 blankets I have on me and sleep in my clothes so that they're warm when I go to put them on in the morning. And I'm not like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, cold. No
Yeah.
bueno.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts.
All right. So surfing.
Surfing.
You took a break, you said, from riding and was pretty much surfing all the time?
Pretty much, yeah. Like especially like during summer, or, but I was also on the surf team at school, so it like was a priority because that was my PE. So I was out there. My freshman year, we had block scheduling, so I was out there every other day. And then sophomore, junior, senior year, we went to every class every day. So I was out in the water every morning, and so that just became my life. And then it's like, oh, I don't want to go ride today. Like, maybe we'll go surf. And then it's like me and my buddies would like skate to the bus stop and go. We would either go from Long Beach, like literally Long Beach State, to either Huntington, or we'd get up on the first bus at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we would take it all the way to Trestles in San Clemente.
Damn.
That was like a
Trestle,
5.
yeah, Trestle was a spot.
Yeah, it was like a 5-hour bus ride though.
Mm-hmm.
But it was round trip for like $3, $4, and so we'd wake up and fall asleep on the bus because we got on at the first stop and we'd get off at the last stop,
Damn.
and then surf literally all day, literally until we couldn't move our arms anymore. Get on the bus and do the exact same thing on the way back, and then we'd all like skate home in our separate directions.
Sick.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. But yeah, so surfed fairly full time during high school, like any other like high school athlete. Like that's what you do. Still rode, like especially if like surf was flat, it was like, all right, I'm going riding. Or if like my friends were going to, like we'd all like pile in a single cab truck, like 6 of us, and come out to like Riverside and come ride, whether it was like the Compound, Harupa, 65th, like Snake Run, all the skate parks out here. If there was like something like that, like I'm in. Yeah, so I was kind of dual athlete at that point, doing whatever was like going off essentially. Like if surf was good, I was surfing. If surf sucked, I was riding my bike.
Did you do competitions for surf?
Yeah. So like I said, I was on the varsity team, and then captain junior senior year. So we had like our surf contests like any other sport, like with the local high schools, and then we had state championships actually out in Oceanside. So all of Orange County and some of San Diego County and even a little bit of like LA County would come in, and we'd all like compete surfing against one another. And that was like a whole like weekend extravaganza. It's like a big national like racing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I honestly didn't do as well surfing as I did like BMX or racing. And I was really thinking about it today. It was because at that time, like I rode with music. Like if I was racing, I had music. I had like one headphone in. If I was riding skate park, I had both headphones in. So I'm like, I did everything to music. And then surfing, you're literally just like sitting out there, no music, and you're like, all right, it's me and like 3 other dudes in the water, and like we're getting after it, like going after one another. But also you're like up against the elements. Like so, if the waves aren't going or like coming in, you're just sitting there. And if like, okay, well, like a bunch of shit waves come in, then you've got nothing to really work with. It's like, all right, well, I'm riding on like an XCM course and you're riding like some skate plaza, and we're gonna like judge you off of like the big tricks you do. Like, well, it's not a fair competition at all, you know. So it was hard because waves are always like forever changing, and you'll never see one wave that breaks the same. And when the wave is breaking, it's also forever changing. So, yeah. So I think I struggled a lot with that, and then just like the mental side of things. Like I was just so in my head because I didn't have anything else to like drown out the noise of like, okay, well, we got to do this, and like, all right, well, we've got this much time, we got to get waves, and then I just like literally burned myself out mentally and then physically like trying to catch waves that like didn't exist.
Surfing's hard.
Yeah.
I've never even stood up on a surfboard.
I love surfing.
I've gone
I used to surf a lot.
3 times, and I don't think I've ever stood up on a board.
I can get you stand up on a board from like first, second try, guaranteed.
Okay, just warm the water up first.
Well, it's only about to get colder. What are you talking about?
Dude, it sucks. I hate being cold. Cold water sucks.
We'll take you somewhere nice. 17th Street.
Fuck, 17th Street. No, we'll go to like Carlsbad.
Take him to the wedge.
No, I like it. I want him to fucking snap his neck.
He won't.
I think I've seen the wedge.
It's fun.
I've only surfed the wedge like twice, like, and I won't surf it any bigger than like 8 foot.
Yeah, no.
And even that's like kind of like scary.
That's scary,
That's
yeah.
like surfing pipeline like under 8 foot. It's like it's almost more dangerous because it's the water's shallower.
Very.
Yeah,
And you go one direction on the wedge.
Yeah.
It's probably not your direction either.
I don't think I have a direction. I mean, I did like a lot of snowboarding. And
Okay.
I did snowboard, like I didn't
Regular
have a
goofy?
dominant foot
Oh, okay.
a lot of times. Like I was set up like -12 or 12 -12 on a snowboard.
You'd be like this.
No.
Let's just 12-12.
Put you on a longboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put you on a
on
longboard.
a 6
Yeah.
6 foot
I
shortboard.
have a big foamy. I want to say it's like a 10-footer.
I expect-
12.
Shit. Yeah. Ooh. You can't stand up on that thing. Like, we had different issues.
Yeah.
Definitely
What
not
Patrick
a
Swayze
surfer.
said, the 56 Chevy Stone.
So I gotta start watching Point Break.
Yeah, literally.
All right, so you surfed, you're captain,
Mhm.
did some stuff. It's
Mhm.
too boring. You're in your head.
Yep.
So then, when did you start? Like, how serious did you take BMX competitions?
Yeah, so I did some contests. Nothing like super major. Like the Vans Pro-Am, like at the time, was like doing pretty good, and they were like fairly big. So they were like kind of traveling around, going to like different skate parks and stuff, and like started at the block, and then I won that. That was like my first ever contest, like big contest that I ever entered that I won. So that was super sick.
Cash prize?
No, I think I got like
Pair of
a
shoes.
pair of shoes and like some stickers and like a shirt or something like that.
Yeah. I would have done it for a pair of shoes.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I just wanted to ride my bike. Like I didn't care. Like so for me, like riding bikes has always been, like an entertainment thing for me. Like it sounds like super selfish, whatever, but like I love riding like for other people. Like I want to hear other people get stoked on like me doing something cool. And so like doing contests, like all right, all eyes are on me. Like I just get to do whatever I want. Like was a dream. So yeah, no, I loved doing contests like on my bike
That's cool.
because I could put music in and like I just jam and like I knew and I was confident in my ability and my skills, that I wasn't worried about anything. So I could just go out there and ultimately have fun, and then know other people were getting psyched on it, and that only made me more psyched. So I would feed kind of back and forth off of it. But,
Who were you competing against? Who are these guys? Who are the guys you get to ride with? Or against?
So at that time, there weren't any big names now, because Larry Edgar, Daniel Sandoval, Kevin Peraza, all these guys were essentially already competing at the pro level. So I got to ride with them a lot, especially when I came out this way, to go to the compound. I met Larry when I was 12, 13 years old. Same with Daniel. Kevin I met probably around 15, so a couple years after, and that was when he started really blowing up. So I got to ride with these dudes, but thankfully never had to compete against them. I was okay, but I was never that level. So we had a couple local dudes that I competed against. So Easton Turner was a kid, so we rode for the same t-shirt company, competed against him, but he was a couple years older, so we were never really in the same bracket kind of thing. Yeah, and then racing wise, I raced against Justin Spree his entire racing career. So he raced for 6-7 years, and so we're about the same age. But yeah. Other than that, there was no anyone that kind of got big from my age group of riding that wasn't already doing big things, Pat Casey too. Pat Casey was already doing big things, but he was already a couple years older than me, so he was even if we were the same age bracket, we wouldn't have been the same age bracket.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You just said that you were riding for a t-shirt company?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Or did you have a bunch of sponsors?
So at that time, I had a few that kind of ultimately transitioned over from the racing side of things. So when my mom was working at Intense, this guy Eric, I think his last name's Angstrom, I want to say, came in, and he used to work for FBM and some other diehard dirt trail company. So he came in and essentially started a frame company and components. So the frame company was called IBMX, and then the components were Avenue. It was Avenue wheels, made stems, and a few other random little parts. And so because I was racing for Intense at the time, I got flowed all of the I stuff. So I got to do a lot of the prototyping for the frames and wheels, and I ran both of those literally forever. I actually literally just got rid of my prototype wheels that I had. I had those for 15 years.
The white ones?
Yeah, the white ones with the sugar skulls on them.
Sick.
But yeah, I drew those wheels one time in the 15 years that I had them, but because they were straight laced, so they were super strong. I was maybe had a little bit of wobble, but that was it.
We were brakeless, so
Yeah,
who knows?
brakeless for most of the time. Well, I looked at it. I'm fairly meticulous about my bike. I don't clean it a lot, but I don't like it feeling weird.
Yeah.
So, but I also I'm not going to sit there and trim my wheel for an hour. I'd rather just go ride.
Yeah, I think when I trim my wheel, I don't even take it off anymore.
Yeah.
I do it enough for people where I got to take their wheels off and do it the proper way.
Yeah.
So I know when mine's on.
You just go around squeak, squeak, squeak. All right, this one. Squeak, 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 squeak. This one.
And then eyeball it off the brake pads.
Yeah. All right, it's straight adjacent. That's all that matters.
Yep.
But yeah. So I had I and Avenue were kind of part frame and parts, and then Intense got tires from them, and then the t-shirt company was called Swear. Or Swear Ever, Swear Crew, kind of switched up a bunch of times over the years. And that came about. I was I think it was running a church contest, and out in Lakewood. And the owner's son got into BMX, and she was just super supportive. It was all right, cool. Ultimately was all right, well, I'm gonna go sponsor all these kids so that they come ride with my son, and we're just gonna all go have a great time. And that's ultimately what it was. We got free shirts, and I was it was just a big friend group. But yeah, so that's how that turned out. And we kind of started, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, and that was super sick too, because with that, she ended up going off and buying a retired short bus, the white adult ones, and they legally had to take a bunch of seats out because she didn't have a Class C license, or Class A license. And so we ended up putting like an old couch in it, and like 14 of us would load up and like literally come out to the compound and ride for the weekend, like come ride for the day. And then the van's like Pro-Am tour like went up to Chandler up in NorCal, like the Chandler Bike Park. And so like we all piled in, drove up there, and like stayed in a hotel for the weekend. And then we went to Vegas as well for a weekend with Ben Snowden and Big Daddy. So it was a blast. It was super cool. Like kind of like super random. Like we stayed in a Terrible Hearst hotel, like nothing fancy by any stretch of the imagination, and we just did a bunch of like hoodlum shit. You know, went climbed on top of like a bunch of hotel roofs. Ben Snowden's fucking crazy ass like knew all the roofs, and there was one he like climbed over the edge, and we're like, oh, and he's like leaning over and like, let's go. We're like, what the fuck? And we look over, and he's literally standing on like a 6-inch, like probably not even like a 6-inch ledge. And he's just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
How does he know all the roofs in Vegas?
I think he was just getting into DJing at the time, and so he was like spending a bunch of time out there. And then like, so yeah, he was out there all the time, and that was like what he was about, was just like pushing the limit of adrenaline, I guess. Like we went and like jumped in the Bellagio and like swam, not like for a long time, but I literally did like a backflip in and swam to the wall, got out. I was like, fuck that. There were like cops like 50 feet down the street from us, like arresting some other like people. What else did we do? We rode one night. We left the hotel at like midnight and rode like 3 hours to a skate park to go sleep in it. And on the way, like there was like 3 of us, and we were like starving. And Ben's like, oh hey, like there's a Krispy Kreme up ahead, like just you guys can hold on, like just hold out. It's the only thing that's gonna be open right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, Krispy Kreme's not open. He's like, this one's 24 hours. I'm like, oh okay. And then we like roll up to back, and he jumps in the fucking dumpster, pulls out like a clear trash bag just full of fucking donuts. He's like, eat up, boys. I'm like, what the fuck? But at that point, like, we were so starving, we were just like fucking shoving our face with these Krispy Kreme donuts.
Dumpster donuts.
Yeah. But I mean, they ultimately like went from the shelves to a trash can into the dumpster, so they were clean, adjacent at least. Fucking knows. But yeah, then we slept in the skate park for like 3 hours and like woke up to the sun, and I was like groggy as fuck the next day, and still rode like 12 hours. It was nuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so like that was super cool, like just having that experience, like that ability, like because so her name is Anna, like she went out and did that like for her son, and like just like for the local kids, like to be able to get back in that like that sense it was life changing ultimately, like because of her and like what she was doing. We got to ride with a lot more pros, and you know, we were going to Ben Snowden's house like every weekend. We were just a lot more involved in the community, especially like the pro community. So it was cool. It was a blast.
Just from a t-shirt company.
Yeah.
Swear?
Yeah, swear.
They still around?
Kind of. They moved to Colorado, and they were kind of like rebranding, doing like a little more snow kind of oriented. But yeah, I don't know if they still like make shirts. I know they probably still have a few laying around. But yeah,
I have to check it out.
Yeah, I think I still follow them on Instagram, and I don't think they've posted literally in any sort of capacity. But so this son like grew up, and like as he got older, he like took over the company for a little bit. Kind of like he was still drawing up designs and like making shirts, and then he's off now, and I think he owns his own like painting company, like paints houses and stuff. So
Making real money.
yeah,
That adult money.
adult money. Yeah. Yeah, so it was super cool just like having that experience, and then just traveling a lot more, because at that point like my parents went from doing really well financially to like right after the market crash like not doing so hot. So anytime I got to ride outside of Long Beach was because of somebody else. Like so like Tyler Kirkland was like an older brother to me, and he literally drove like a single cab Toyota Tacoma with a camper shell on it, and 5 or 6 of us would pile on that thing. There'd be like 3 sitting up front, and he drove stick. So whoever was in the middle was fucking shifting for him. And then 3 of us would be in the camper shell, and like the 3 smallest, or it'd be like, it'd kind of like alternate. but 3 of us would be in the camper shell, and we would get in first, and then they'd load the bikes in front of us. And so we're like just sitting up against the cab, and like every now and then, like we'd kind of like crack open like the little slider window to like get some fresh air or whatever, stick our heads out and like try not to get fucking pulled over. But yeah, those like, and then with the t-shirt company, like those were the only ways like I got out of Long Beach like to go really ride, like aside from racing.
And eat dumpster donuts.
And eat dumpster donuts. And that was only the one time. That's only the one time.
That's all it takes, just that one time.
Which one time in 1999.
So when did you move out here?
So I moved out to Temecula in 2021. Yeah, so like right as like kind of COVID started lifting. So I was still living in Redondo. I lived with my uncle at the time. It was great. It was super sweet setup. It was just like him and I in a house, but I was just like, I needed to get out of Redondo. It's super cool. It's nice and pretty, but everything's like piled on top of each other, and I just like felt stuck. Like I wanted more. Like surfing, there's no surf in the South Bay. Like so, I had to drive to Huntington or San Clemente or wherever I wanted to go, or up north to go to Malibu. Riding my bike, same thing. There was nothing really there to go ride. And then, like, so all of my dad's side of the family is out there, which was cool. But my mom had just moved back from Indiana to Temecula. My older sister lives out in Marietta. And then Larry Eggers, like, been a really good friend since we were little kids. So, like, everyone just kind of lived out here. And I just needed, like, a change of pace. And ultimately, I was only supposed to move here for, like, 6 months. And I was supposed to move to North Carolina with the girl I was dating at the time. And we were going to, like, buy 10 acres and start a family and like live the dream out there. So my finance business was doing really well. And then she was like, I don't know, I don't trust it. And then that never happened. I was like, all right, well, like I'm not going to move across the country by myself. Like I already did that at 18 when I was, moved to Hawaii and I had $1,500 in my pocket. I was like, I've got more money now, but I don't need to, go across the country to go be alone. So
Especially in North Kakalaki.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you get into that
Man,
stuff
that dude
out there,
probably in Greensville killing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like still like 4 hours away from like Ryan Nyquist.
Yeah.
that's
Like
pretty
even
far.
or even like the big bike parks like Greensville.
Yeah, Greensville.
I was 5 or 6 hours away from that. So it's like
Yeah.
us.
That's-
It's like not even us driving to Woodward. So yeah. So it wasn't really for the BMX community at that point. Like going out there, it was like more of like hunkering down, like the family lifestyle.
Yeah.
What I could like,
Pick
how
up
much
hunting and fishing.
Not even. I mean, like surfing out there is still really good. Like you've got Outer Banks, and from where I wanted to be in Wilmington, which is like kind of another like surf city USA. It's like a Huntington, but a little more hipstery, and not so like.
Bro.
No, yeah, but also not as like commercial.
Yeah.
So it's like it's still very small, very tight knit. Surf's not that great there, but you like hop on a ferry for like 45 minutes to an hour, and you're like and then drive 20-30 minutes, and you're at Outer Banks, which is like one of the best surf spots on the East Coast. So it was more for that, and then for what I could buy at like a 2-3 bedroom house here, I could buy 10 acres with a 6-bedroom house and a huge barn for the exact same amount of money, 20 minutes from the ocean.
Yep.
And like that 20 minutes is like sitting in city traffic, not like, because, from us to Oceanside is 20 miles or 30 miles, whatever it is. Yeah.
So you didn't do that.
So I didn't do that. I ended up saying,
6 months later turns into 6 years or 5 years.
so
2021?
yeah, like 20, it was like the summer of like 21, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I've been out here 4 years. Kind of
Why?
crazy. Why?
Yeah. Why'd you decide to just stay out here?
Ultimately, so I moved in with my mom when I moved out here. Like I said, it was just supposed to be like a kind of a quick jump. And then, because my mom was living by herself, I was like, oh, well, like, I'll just come, like, hang out with you. Like, my mom and I are, like, super close. I'm super close with, like, both my parents and, like, my siblings. It's like, we're a very tight-knit family. So it wasn't like, oh, like, I moved back with my mom. I was like, dude, I get to move in with my mom. Like, that's fucking sick. Like, my mom and I are, like, tight. And so then I just stayed because, it was like getting to help her with her finances and everything, and we just hung out. And then there was ultimately no reason for me to go anywhere else. Like, so I wasn't dating anybody, so it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna move back to the beach, and there was no way I was moving back to Redondo. I had already just moved away from there, and financially, like, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I was going back to like being in nothing, but to say I lived by the beach, like to spend 5 times as much as I was living out here just to say like I'm by the water. I was like, well, at that point, like, I can't financially justify it. If I could still save money and just go drive to the beach every day, but don't do that because it's still an hour drive in the morning. Yeah.
So you moved back in with your mom. How much riding are you doing at that point?
When I first moved back in, I was riding quite a bit because they just opened up Temecula pump track at the time, and I was like 3 miles from there. So I was there fairly often. Like, if I didn't have client appointments, like, I was just at the pump track riding. And then I started watching my nephew every other weekend. And so I got him into riding. So then it was like another reason to start going riding. And then the web opened up. And then I was there every weekend. Like, that was like routine. It was like get there at like 8:30, 9 o'clock and ride till noon, 1, 2 o'clock, whatever it was, like done and tired, hungry, and then head out. And then really like reconnected with Larry and a couple other friends out here, and like started riding again, like really hard. Because even at that point, like before then, I was just like, it's like, yeah, I still like doing tricks, but like just kind of cruising, like not taking it super serious, just like out having fun more than anything, and not trying to like go fast, go high, and like riding with Larry again. I was like, oh yeah, like I want to do that again. Like that looks fun.
You got the itch.
I got the itch, and then I started scratching it, and then it just like started going faster, started going higher, like started getting a little crazier. Yeah.
Who are the other guys that you like reconnect with? That you ride with out here?
So my other best friend, Seth Ward. So I lived with him for a little bit in Mission Viejo. He got married, had a kid, and moved out this way. And so I'd still see him like every weekend before I moved out here. And then when I moved out here, like I was just that much closer. So he also rode. I met him at the Van Skate Park in Orange County at the block. And then, yeah, so got him like out of dad life for a little bit, like for a couple days a week, yeah, just getting ride with everybody, and then reconnecting with like Justin Spreet and his dad Todd, and just like a few random people that, like from the race world that converted to freestyle as well. So it's been cool. It's been a blast.
What would you say is like your like biggest accomplishment in BMX? Race and like freestyle.
Race, I would probably have to say like I was a NAG rider, like so national age group, like so my entire like age group within the country, like I was like a top 10 rider. So I got fairly far with that. I got invited to be on the junior development team for the Olympics.
That's kind of a big deal.
Which like was a huge deal, and I like just didn't take it very seriously. But it was like, again, I was coming off of an injury, like literally freshly injured. And then freestyle, I didn't take it like super far. Like I have my own signature frame now. I don't like make any money on it, but like, but I got to design it. So like I built out all the specs for it. I worked on it for probably way too long. It took like 4 years to like actually get a frame. But it was like when my mom first started working for Answer S Squared, and so the owner John Sawyer was like, "Hey, like, do you want to get a bike? Like, let me know." Like, da da da. And I was like, "Dude, like, having a race bike would be sick, but like, I'm riding freestyle. Like, I would love to like have a freestyle frame and like put your guys' name on it." He goes, "Okay, send me like whatever dimensions you want. We'll send it over to our welder, like our frame fabricator, and we'll build it out for you." I was like, "Sick." We spent like 2 months like researching. I was like, "Okay, like what frame am I riding now? Like what are the dimensions?" So at the time I was running a Total Hangover. So it was Alex Colborn's like the first signature frame, first like version of it, and that was like probably my favorite frame I've ever ridden. Like just the standover height, the angles, and that's ultimately what I based my frame off of, with just like slight tweaks and variations to it.
Like the weird tubing.
The weird tubing actually was just part of the design features. Like that wasn't anything I had to do with, but I do really like it.
Very
it's,
unique.
it's unique, it's different, and it's stiff. Like, so you'll hear like a lot of racers like refer to their frames as stiff or like being flexy, because like when you're coming around a turn and like when you're kind of like whipping your bike around, you'll feel like the torsion of it flex between you, like between your legs and under you, and you don't feel it a lot with freestyle frames just because it's different metal and it's built like to a different rigidity. But it was so the ovaled out top tube was built to like add stiffness.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like us mid schoolers, like you'll notice it. There was another kid that showed up to the web that had that had the same frame.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. Were you there for that?
Mm-mm.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, that's my signature frame.
Yeah. I was just like, whoa, like where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I thought yours was like pretty much like
the one and only. Yeah. No, I think we've got like 10 or 12 of them out now. So
How long has it been like completed?
I think I got mine in 2018. So it's been out since about then. But it's not like we like really promote it for anything. It's like the people that wrote for Answer S Squared or the ones that like have gone to it from my post or anything like that, they'll go and like custom order it, and which you can still go do. You just have to like, hey, I want the freestyle frame, like not the dirt jumper, not the race frame, I want the freestyle frame. And then it's my mom that handles all that. She's like, oh, okay, so you want my son's frame? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so hit up Michelle at answerbmx.com.
That's Diego's mom.
Diego's mom.
It's like we're a bunch of little kids still.
Right?
Yeah.
That's got to be like the best way to do it.
Yeah. Hi, is this Diego's mom? I'd like to order his frame, please. Yeah.
The freestyle one.
The freestyle one.
I can do tricks.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sick. That's a rad accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, I don't know. I've known guys that have been like, oh, look, this is a frame I'd want to build. They
Yeah.
have measurements, but like
Yeah.
no real action to it.
Mm-hmm.
To actually like do the research, have your own frame. It's unique.
Yeah.
Like the only other time I've seen it, like it stood out to me. I was just like, yo, kid, where the hell did you get that frame?
Yeah.
And I want to say he knew who you were.
Mhm.
I don't remember
Yeah.
his name at all, but
Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. I know
younger
exactly.
kid too. Like
His name
smaller.
starts with a C. He's like super athletic.
Yeah.
He's a super fast racer. He plays water polo. Fucking insane. As a child, the first time I met him was at Grand's in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and like I don't know like what his like housing situation or like family. I know he's got like other siblings, but his parents like just set him on a plane and was like, all right, we dropped him off, and then the owner of Answer S Squared, Blake. So John is the owner. His son Blake picked him up from the airport, and he was just like a wild child, like at the
Yeah.
time, just like causing havoc. And I was like, Carter's his name.
That's it.
Carter.
Yep.
Yeah. And just like fucking nuts. And I was like, dude, this kid is fucking insane. Like this is a comedy like to watch. And this was right when I like broken my left ankle. So I was literally walking around Grants with a fucking pimp cane because I was like, what else am I gonna do? Like it's COVID and like I'm gonna go hang out. But yeah. And then yeah, he grew up and like he's a super sweet kid, like super nice, like
He
takes care of
was super respectful. He came
Yeah.
out to the pump track that day, and I don't even remember what we were doing. We were on the right side.
mm-hmm.
I think probably working on him or something. And,
Yeah.
like starts jumping, and we're like, "Where the hell did this kid come from?
Yeah.
Like, who is this?"
Yeah, he's super talented on the bike too. He's got great bike control.
I want to say he was doing like a 360 tail whip subflat. I was just like, "What?" He
Yeah.
goes, "Hey, will you record me?" I'm like, "Sure." You just wadded yourself like twice. Like,
Yeah.
what? Are you sure you need to do this again?
Yeah. It's
And
like,
it's
yeah,
like one of those times where it's like,
don't do it.
you
I don't want to
people
record
to
it.
like push and progress,
Yeah.
but like you're like, oh man, like I don't know.
Mhm.
All right, I'll record.
He was flipping it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
He was
he would
flipping
just learn flips, and he was
Remember?
I think,
Yeah,
the middle
we were
line.
there with Houston.
Yeah,
Remember?
I had
You
rolled
were-
up.
You rolled up. Yeah, he had
I
his,
pulled up right as he was leaving because he was like fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I think I gave him my old bars and stem that day. Because he was still on like race bars.
Yeah, he was flipping. Yeah, you were on your little
Well, what did he?
that lake thing, the pusher thing you had when we were at the web.
With a little scooter.
Yeah, with
I
your
didn't have a
ankle.
scooter. I had crutches.
Oh yeah, crutches.
I was just on crutches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, we saw him flip and he under rotated the first one. I'm like, oh my god, and then he over rotated.
The next one.
And we're like, dude, and then, yeah.
He's like, hey,
And
will
he's
you
brakeless.
record me? And I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
But what was he doing over that first hit?
I might have been throwing it.
He was doing something.
I don't think he knows how to tail it, but I could definitely see him like flipping and spinning because
He
he
flipped.
literally
Spin.
he learned flips like the day
I think he's
before
trying to
that.
450 it.
Oh, I,
I think he's trying to 450 it.
There was
That's why.
something out. You were like, well, where the fuck?
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
did you come from?
Was that on accident?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
where it was like, took like one run through. And the next thing you know, you're like watching him spin. Well, I was like,
What the fuck?
what?
Yeah. Yeah. So he's on one of my frames, and then there's another kid out in the East Coast, Marshall. He rides for Hyper now, but he was on one of my frames for a long time. He does like a lot of the Nitro Circus stuff.
Oh, it has to be on a hyper then.
Yeah.
Are they really hyper or are they lairds?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I don't ask.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also another kid that like kills it on a bike, riding one of my frames. But like little kids that are like, oh my god, I want to do tricks like you. I'm like, dude, like keep practicing, you will. And then now like Marshall does like double flips and like 720s, 900, like 1080s and shit. And I'm like, all right, well there you go. Like you kept practicing, you got better, and that was like. And for me, I would say honestly, like that's probably one of my bigger accomplishments. It's just like having the ability to like give back to the community, because like I had so many older kids, like for me when I was little, that like poured into me, like whether it's freestyle, racing, surfing, so like no matter what, they're like I always hung out with the older kids. But I had them pouring like back into me, like you're gonna like you stay on the right track, like you're gonna go pro, like you're gonna do something someday. And like just literally belief after belief, and like pushed me and like took me around, and, like really took me under their wing. And so like I just felt like I was always protected. And so that's one thing I've always wanted to give back. And so to obviously see that like happen in a handful of kids is like, I would say that's probably like a really big accomplishment.
That definitely, I've always loved doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like riding with people and like, I mean, it's sometimes it's just like the dumbest things. A manual.
Yeah.
You know, a 180. Like,
Yeah. Teaching kids how to bunny hop and like watching their face light up is insane. Like it's like a feeling like you never forget. Like yeah, like a blasted, like a tail whip, like flip threes, like whatever. But like watching a little kid like be psyched like that is like
yeah.
it's different.
Or honestly, anybody.
Yeah.
Like even now, Doug and I going to the skate park, hours and hours of like, dude, just hop on that fucking rail.
Yeah.
It's like he'll like check next to it, like
Mm-hmm.
bunny hop, and you're like, congratulations, you just bunny hopped fucking 6 to 8 inches higher than you needed to,
Yeah.
and he's still scared.
Yep.
He's like, just hop on the fucking rail.
Dude, that
Does
was
it,
me like in high school,
Hops
like
on,
doing
hops off,
rails.
pulls it, and you can see like I don't care how big and old or dumb we are, the smile on our face
Dude,
like
yeah.
says
that,
it all.
That feeling of accomplishment is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what you're doing, whether you're like double peg or fucking blasting, doing like bunny hops, no matter what, like that feeling of stoke, and then being able to like help give that to somebody else, like
Yeah.
that's it. That's the accomplishment.
Yeah. Doug can't hide it. Like he'll
Oh, there ain't no blasting for me. Nope.
no, it doesn't matter. It could just be like
Ain't no blasting for me.
faking like
Oh yeah,
just
I can
really
fake
far.
it. Oh yeah, I can fake
But, like
it
when
far.
he finally like does whatever he's gonna do, like
I can fake it.
he can't hide it. He's just like big old smile on his face. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Well, and especially like when you've been working at something for so long. Like for me, like tail whips. It took me like 2 years to learn tail whips, and it's now like one of the only tricks I do. But like the first one I landed, I was like,
Finally.
yeah. But like, I mean, I busted my shins. Like I actually, thankfully, like I never bent or broke anything from learning tail whips. Like I just like would have it under me and get scared and just like helicopter and like pick my bike up because I was like,
Mhm.
I didn't have money to like replace back wheels, so
Yeah.
I'd like took care of my shit.
That's probably one of the reasons why I stopped trying tail whips. Because I would get it and I would just like fling it around so fast,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just be coming down like in an angle.
Yeah.
Just slam.
Mm-hmm.
Go crooked.
Yep.
Fix your wheel.
Take your brakes off.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the whole wheel would just go slamming like sideways crooked. And then
Yeah. You just ping and you taco it. Yeah. Even like so. Yeah. I dry rode for a little bit. And still, I never even learned how to use my brakes for tail whips. I tried it like twice, and my timing was so off. Like the tail whip just like stopped right in front of me, and I was like, "Ah."
Yeah. Using your brakes for a tail whip?
Oh.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a thing for
Yeah.
the people that do ride brakes. They anytime both tires leave the ground, pull the brakes. I mean, Andy
Yeah.
Buckworth does like 3 double whips, and like as soon as he's like at 180, you hear.
Yeah. My no footers.
Mhm.
As soon as like I'm going up, same thing. Touch the brakes and it just kind of like levels the bike out. I don't know what it does, but
Yeah.
that and the pedals don't spin either.
Yeah, that was never an issue for me. Oh, that was like one of the other things that Avenue that had for the wheels was a bash guard. So like before, like we had full like hub guards for like chains and drives and all that. We just had a bash guard, and it was like just a thick piece of metal that was like bent essentially at like a 45-degree
yeah.
angle.
We used to make those in shop class.
Yeah. But so I used that to also like grind up against my chain, so it kept it tight. So like pedaling my bike was like, but my cranks never moved when I took my feet off, and I wore through that thing. I mean, I had it for like 15 years, and only like went through like 2 or 3 chains with it. But yeah, like I wore through that thing, and just like saved my shins. I mean, I wore pads at the time. I still wear pads, but yeah.
That's something I need to get back into. Knee shin combo.
I love pads. If I'm not wearing pads, like my mental of how I'm gonna ride is so incredibly different. Like feet aren't coming off, my hands might come off. I'm not doing any spins. Also, like go fast, go high, but like I'm not doing tricks. Like tail whips, I'll rarely do without pads on, and it's something like I do 12 out of 10 times. Same with no foot cans, knacks. Just like that one-off chance. Like I've done it too many times where I'm like, oh, I'm not wearing pads. Like I can do this trick like in my sleep. Like I'm fine. And then whap! I'm just like, oh, I didn't know I still had feeling right there in my shin.
Yeah. Mine's coming.
Yeah.
I wore through my last. I think I had some like shadow shin guards. They're like
Yeah.
foam. It wasn't like
Oh, the
plastic.
shadow lights.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Dude,
I love those
they're
things.
awesome. But I wore them every single day for like until it just like they wouldn't stay on no more.
Yeah.
Just ripped out.
Mhm.
Just gone.
Larry just gave me his Fuse shin pads and shadow like knee pads, and the knee pads are like the kind of like the POC like padding system where it's all like the airplane technology, where it's like soft and like moldable until you hit it and then it's hard on impact.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking life changing. Because I had shadow light shin pads and then shadow knee pads. Those were each probably like 10 years old, like still in great condition, but just like old and just beat. And so like got like some nicer newer stuff. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And my knees don't look fucking like Ryan Nyquist anymore.
Yeah.
So it's tight.
I need to get back to it. Actually, Doug and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna ride dirt, like especially with the setup that I got now,
Oh my god. You have the same setup as he does.
I'm not Diego.
That's
I'm not the one on the podcast.
But
Nobody
we-
wants to listen to me talk.
What do you mean? It is your podcast. We have the same birthday. Your name starts with a D. We're like basically almost the same person.
right.
Yeah, I'm just like the alternate universe one for my Planet Downs. That might piss some people off, but let's be real. I'm no Diego.
Okay.
No.
Don't be me. Be you. And you'll be all right. You can make it through trails. I've seen.
I'm telling you.
Dude, you could ride Scott's house.
Tomorrow.
I'll have to ask Travis.
Oh my god.
And the key. Travis, I
Oh.
need the key to your.
The water key to the hose.
Yeah. Here we go. Doug's over there shaking his head. what if you could change anything in your past, like for your like BMX career, what would it be? Like, what do you think like altered everything? I think it's a pretty easy answer. But
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I would change anything. Like, obviously, like I would have liked to have had the ability to like to go pro, but like to have been able to, or even not even be able to, but to have just put in the work, like to learn more tricks and like not be scared to like try different stuff and have the ability to like travel around and like just get in better skate parks in front of like better riders to go pro and like have that experience. But ultimately, and this was like one thing like I had seen with racing as well. Like there's no career out of it. Like you have a very short career, and like Larry's like one of my best friends. Like I'm with him almost every day, and like seeing just like how his body like is just so incredibly beat from riding like for a career for the last like 15 years. Like it just beats you up, and like I've already got problems on my own. So with that, like just like the money wasn't there, and ultimately like it was never for the money. But I wanted to have like I want to get married, and I want to have kids, and I want to have a family, and I want to be able to like to be around for my kids and hopefully like their kids as well, and not just like old and Ricky like, oh, I'm too old, I can't ride. Like I want to go out and ride with my kids. Like I want to be involved. Like I want my kids to be like, I want to ride like you, Dad. So to be able to like still have that, like I honestly don't know if I would change anything, because my entire trajectory of my life would have been different. Like I wouldn't have moved to Hawaii to like go to school and like learn and surf. I wouldn't have moved to Mammoth. Like there's a lot of things that my life would be very different. And I don't know if it's like for the better or worse, but I wouldn't have started my own business, and I wouldn't have like gone off to do other things like outside of BMX, like for like more of my personal side of thing and like a professional side. That I don't think would have happened had I gone pro or like gone farther with BMX, or even surfing for that matter. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's a really hard one. Like, because a childhood dream, like, yeah, I want to be a professional BMX rider. Like, I want to get paid to travel the world. Like, obviously, like seeing all the shit that like Larry and Pat Casey, like Daniel Sandoval, Ken Plaza, like all they've done and like got to do, like travel the world and like literally perform on a big stage, because that's like what it is. You're performing. Like, would have been a dream, but at what cost? You know. And like talking to Larry now, he's like, I don't want his son Paxton. He's like, I don't want Paxton to be like a rider. I don't even want him to get interested in bikes. I want him to go be a professional golfer. Low impact, and make a shit ton of money. But because that's what it is. You know, like any old school BMX pro that like, you have Bob Harlow that like started his own frame company. You got Bill Ryan like running Supercross. Like Mike Redmond before he passed like was running the track and had his own like race team selling frames. But these are all like old school pros that like were fighting to stay in the industry because they loved it, but they were struggling to make a life out of it.
Yeah, they were like the pioneers.
Yeah.
And like the ones that didn't give up or didn't have to give up struggled, seemed like, for a long time.
Yeah.
Before they like made it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, all right, we made it, but like you said, at what cost?
Yeah. And I mean, like, how many like big name pros have we seen just like drop off the face of the earth?
Yeah.
You know, like Mike Spinner. I was thinking about him the other day, and I was like, yeah, what happened to him? Like, I like looked him up. He's a dad. He's got like 2 or 3 kids. He still like rides here and there. You know, I know like a bunch of local guys that were like really good and just like dropped off the face of the earth. Like Ross Lanyard. You guys might not even know who that is, but local kid. He was super good. Like Larry Edgar, like competing like X Games type, and just kind of like dropped off, and like now he owns like some marketing agency. But it was like the kids of like my generation that like dropped off, went off and like started businesses and stuff. And it's not any shame. Like Chad Curley, Kevin Peraza, like Larry, like Dennis Anderson, all these dudes are like doing good, you know.
Yeah, but it's not just riding though either. You gotta be like,
it's marketing.
Your social
marketing.
media.
Yeah.
You gotta wear like the monster hat.
Yeah, you gotta wear the hats, you gotta wear the shirts, you gotta like be branded, and you have to be on your A game all the time because you don't know who's looking.
Yeah.
Like you can't be in the grocery store like having a shit day and like some little kid's like, oh, that's so and so. Like, what? Like, no, that kid looks up to you, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I didn't think too much about that. Like, it's like something that you know, NFL, baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
People are always looking. But with riding, I didn't think too much of it actually until we were at the web one day, and somebody showed up.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, I gotta go." It's like I didn't know them, so I'm not gonna ask like, "Why do you gotta leave?" But certain people show up, and you just can't be affiliated with whatever
whatever's
BS
going
is
on.
going on.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, this monster rider or this guy who rides for this bike company, hanging out with this dude.
Yeah. And which is gnarly, like on the back end side of
Guilty
things
by
too.
association kind of thing.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of hidden politics within BMX, and it's so insane. And like having my mom had worked in the industry, like I got really like an inside sneak on it. And I was like, whoa, we're like staying out. So even like now, like I people like tell me shit, and I'm like, all right, cool, like whatever. I'm just here to ride bikes. I'm just trying to like fulfill like my childhood dreams of having fun, you know. So I really try to stay out of it, but yeah, that's like other shit you got to worry about too. So it's nuts.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't we never really had drama for me like as a kid growing up until it was
Came to Menifee.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, honestly, it was the Menifee bike park, and stuff started going down. And I think for most people, I'm just going to speak for myself, just like, oh, there's drama, like whether it's TV or Instagram, whatever, like we kind of gravitate towards it. You know, like somebody's getting pulled over, you're like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, what's happening?
Like, right?
Because we're nosy. We're nosy by nature.
Yeah.
But it's like it's our survival instinct of like to be aware of what's going on and why, so that we know, okay, if it's like a safe scenario, or like if we have to literally fight or flight. So it's literally ingrained in us by nature, which kind of sucks because for some people they're just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm like, I wish I could not, but I'm Mexican and I'm fucking nosy.
Yeah.
I want to know, but I want to stay on the outside of it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm like, I find myself like being like almost in the middle of it, just knowing like talking to this person, talking to that person, talking to this person, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. Then I started realizing like it was ruining it for me.
I honestly
Like,
stopped riding for a little bit, like probably for like a month or two because of it. Just like time, like where I would time when I would go.
Yeah.
Because like I work from home, like I'm self-employed, so I just
You make your own hours.
I make my own hours. So I would just like schedule mornings or like mid afternoons. I'm like, all right, well I'm just gonna go ride like at this time, like especially during winter. Like, oh, well, like it's nice out all day. I'm just gonna go ride like midweek and go hang out and like just vibe by myself. Like every now and then, like run into you guys or like TJ, Houston, when you guys were out there all the time. Like see you on like a fucking random Tuesday, especially when I lived like 5 minutes away. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go ride, which wasn't often, but
It was funny. I always got your truck confused with his. You guys both had Titans.
Yeah.
See, you guys got more like here.
Yeah.
See,
Same
He
color
gave up on
too.
his Titan.
I did. Fucking got rid of that thing. I kind of miss it. I don't though. It was not. They're nice because they're fucking huge. They suck gas like it's going out of style. So I bought a Tundra, and it's only slightly smaller.
Yeah, I was like, is it even really any better?
No, because it's not 4-wheel drive, and my Titan was 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. I bought that thing because it was 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the drama, saying like in the industry, I didn't realize like how much it was and like how much there was in it. Like the whole like S&M Fit and Colt thing.
I feel like Sean Ricani's podcast like really aired out a lot of dirty laundry for people.
I'll have to watch that one again. Is that the? I don't know.
He's a New Jersey kid.
New Jersey kids are. I mean, they're pretty good too. They're really good.
Tom White.
Gary Reynolds.
Gary Reynolds,
I don't know if Tom White was from Jersey or not, but he's East Coast, isn't he?
Scotty Kramer.
Yeah,
Kramer was freaking good.
Edwin, Jared Washington.
Yeah, I think Edwin was from New York. I think.
So like just those East Coast guys.
Yeah, I think he was from
They were
Brooklyn.
kind of some like no bullshit.
Actually, they
type
were at Brooklyn
riders.
Banks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I see you ride. Not kissing your ass or anything, but I think you could ride on that pro level. Like, I like how you ride. You got style, just like Larry's.
Yeah.
Like the way like competition is now, it's like There's no style.
No.
There's like huck dogs.
No, there's everybody
Yeah.
doing like 3 flips and stuff. I mean, which is cool.
like flip triple whips
Yeah,
or like
flip triple
720
whips or-
double whip, like it's sick. Like
What's W doing like a UFO? Like, dude,
like essentially like a double catch roll.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
like sick.
Well, what
Well,
happens when you don't have a 3-story tall lip in front of you?
right? But
Yeah.
like, I still like watching Mike Aiken ride when he used to ride like hella good. And Doyle, like,
Mhm.
yeah, and Spinner. I mean, yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
and Spinner, I'd like, and not even to talk shit, but Spinner was like one of the first people like to not really have style.
No, yeah,
Like, but Spinner had tricks, and Spinner like spin to win.
Yeah.
Literally,
yeah,
he was like one of the originators of doing big tricks. Like Ryan Nyquist was doing big tricks, still had kind of style, but he's shit footed, but still flowing.
Ryan Nyquist had style.
I mean,
He did.
He did.
I mean, like, but he's doing, 3 like triple bars, but
Yeah.
like still stylish, like hands dropped, not like out ready, just like dead sailing. Like, all right, time to catch. No,
Yeah,
So,
it's
as-
a unique style.
yeah,
Not like
it was more of like a steez to it that he had,
Yeah.
and then we had who else? Like, and then we had like all the guys from out here, but like all the big dirt dudes like came from had style, and so I think too like that's like one of Larry's things too is like he still could compete at that level, but because like judging contests has gotten so just like you're just an aerial performer, you're not like a bicycle rider, you're a stuntman. Like Ryan Williams is a stuntman. He's great tricks on a bike, but he's not like a BMXer. He's a stuntman.
Yeah. Take the flips out.
Yeah.
Take the flips out. What do you got? I mean,
Or like was it the Battle of Hastings?
Mhm.
Like when Larry
Whoa.
did that huge like 180.
at the inside it, or
Yeah.
or when he was playing with the big air.
Inside.
No, inside it, yeah.
Well, like Praz just did it next.
Yeah.
Like that just huge 180. Like
Yeah,
landed
the
fakey
flare.
Like that.
Yeah, flare to
like
fakie.
That to me is unique. That's a bit more style.
Mhm.
Like, who the hell goes that high or goes that fast? Does such a big transfer and lands
Mhm.
backwards?
Yeah.
Like that's Huck, but style at the same time.
Yeah.
Like how are you gonna get out of it?
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I don't know. Like that.
Yeah. So I like if like freestyle got like back to that point, like where it was just like style based or even like styled with tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've got like a handful of tricks that like I can do eyes closed like on any jump. So I appreciate it. Like I wish I could
Yeah.
compete at that
I
level.
think-
But yeah.
Style wise, you're like Larry's twin. Like the way you guys ride.
Yeah, but so there was the one summer when I was a kid, I think I was probably like 14, 15, and I had stayed at the Carvajal's house because their parents used to run the Lake Paris track, and they lived literally across the street off of whatever like that main road is right there. I can't think of it, but like across from like Star
Yeah.
West, like in the neighborhood. So I made friends with them, just like from racing and like riding. And they're like, "Oh yeah, come stay out for like a week at our house like during summer." And I was like, "Sick." And my dad was like, "Yeah, like I'll drive you out there. Like no big deal. If you're gonna be out there for a week, like it's close enough. You're good, and you're old enough now." I was like, "All right, cool." Ended up staying for like a couple days. Larry shows up, and then Larry and I are like essentially just sleeping on the floor of like our buddy's room, and we ended up staying for like 2 months. We literally stayed the entire summer and rode the compound like every day, and that was what we did. We woke up, we watched like some bike videos, like we watched like Mike Aiken, Chase Hawk, and like just get fucking psyched on the day. And pedal over to the compound, go ride until they closed, come back, like play Call of Duty, watch more bike videos, and like fuck with their little brother, and then go to bed, wake up, like do it again. But that was like all we did. And that was like when Larry and I got super close, and I was like, I want to ride like you. And then I started with just like studying videos. So like earlier I was saying like I'm super analytical and like super like logical about things of like, all right, this is like the trick I want to do. I'm going to back engineer it to figure out like how I can get there. And so like the easiest way, like at that time I just like, I'd watch Larry or whoever ride, like, all right, I'm going to do that. And I'd start like envisioning myself at it. So like I'd be at school like thinking about riding or like local skate park, dirt jumps, like racing, whatever it was. And I was envisioning myself like doing stuff. to like doing tricks or racing, like going fast, like performing. And then by the time I got to the skate park, like it was or the track, like my mind had already done it. So now it was just time for like my body to do it, and it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll just do this. Like I already know what I'm doing, you know. So like positively like gaslit myself into like being a better rider, but because I was like studying.
No, it's huge. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, like there's those riders that are just like they just go do everything the first try, and like there's some that are just like super talented.
Yeah.
Cool. You suck.
Yeah.
Like super jealous. Not gonna lie, but at the same time, to like have to work for it and to know like, all right, I'm not that good. Like,
Yeah.
I might not be able to hop high enough.
Yeah.
But to visualize yourself doing it over and over and over again like that,
Yeah.
and then to do it, it's like when you do it, you have it like more on lock than somebody that can just go and do it first try.
Yeah.
So like, now, like you have the feeling, you've seen yourself do it. It's
Well, and like you start to understand like the science behind it, like
Yeah.
doing tail whips, like, and now like I don't think about it, like my body's like so used to doing them, but when I was learning, I was like, all right, so I gotta kick it, and I gotta stay over my bars, keep my arms straight, but do little circles, put my foot down and catch it, and then pinch my feet and land and go.
yeah. But see, you can teach somebody how to do a tail whip better
Yeah.
than somebody that can just go throw one.
Yeah, just like do it. But because like I'd struggled with them for 2 years, like Matt Cordova taught me how to tail whip like at Woodward. Taught me tail whips and no foot cans. They were like my two like, best tricks now. And those were like his things. He's like, keep your arms straight, do little circles, keep your bike under you, catch and pinch.
There is a story, a rumor about you and Woodward playing a game of bike with somebody.
Yes.
Was that what? Was it at Woodward?
Yeah, so it was at Woodward with Aaron Ross. So Aaron Ross was there as a guest pro, I don't know, like for the day or the weekend. And he was like out filming an edit, whatever it was at the time. And so we're like shooting shit, and I was like, hey, like, you teach me how to bar spin? He's like, yeah, of course. And he's like, so talking about just like, oh yeah, just go do it. He wrote on my arms, he's like, throw, catch. That's all you do. You just throw and catch it. Like literally in Sharpie, he wrote throw, catch, and then drew an arrow. He goes, this is what you do. I was like, oh, okay. So we're like, whatever, like learned to bar spins. And then I was like, hey, do you want to play a game of bike? And he's like, what? Like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, why not? Like, we're just here riding. Like, might as well. Like, want to have fun. He's like, oh, okay. Like, I guess. And he looked at his filmer, and I think it was like Dylan Full at the time. He's like, should we film this? And his film was like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like smart marketing. And ultimately that I feel like me challenging Aaron Ross to a game of bike is like what started all of like Vital BMX's like game of bike series. Which is like I know Vital's not around anymore, but I feel like it still kind of goes around. Like goes on today. Like Dennis doing it like at Claremont and stuff.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's
like,
a big deal.
Like, I probably
I
watch
like
at least
watching
one
it.
of the games of bike like every day.
Yeah.
Like today, I think I watched Marcus Paul and well, I don't know, but then I watched Dennis Anderson and I think it was Peraza or no Gary Young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the trick for trick or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like add-on.
Yeah,
Yeah, game of add-on.
Game add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I watched that. Yeah. So Dennis Anderson, another freestyle that came from racing. Same with Chad Curley, also came from racing.
That's who it was. Chad Curley and DeMarcus Paul.
Yeah.
Ah,
That game of bike was
That's a good one.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
They battled.
Yeah.
Check
Yeah.
the other one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost beat Aaron Ross. I got him on like BIK. Yeah, on like stupid tricks. I did like a lucky, and then I did an unlucky, and then like something else. But because he shit-footed, he couldn't do either one of them. And then I don't remember what else I did, but yeah, I got him pretty close. And then he like, it's like obviously a grown man, like significantly better than me at like 13, 14, whatever it was. Doing like crossbar, like he literally grabbing his crossbar and doing like double pegs or like Smith or like something to like manual the double peg. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's for me like what started the underhand riding.
I started doing that again in pump track.
I will not do that anymore.
Really?
I'd
That was one of my favorite things to do is ride, drop it underhand. There was a big hip at the park. Just blast that hip, big tuck no hander, and then just grab it regular.
Yeah. No, dude, I loved riding underhand. Like, it was super fun. I used to race underhand, like, just for shits and giggles. But there's a video of me, like, riding at Sopwee. It was, like, super windy that day, so I was only riding middle line. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna do tricks, like, underhand. And so, like, the last 2 jumps, I did, like, a 1-foot Euro, and then came down and tail whipped the last jump underhand at Sopwee. And I was like, dude, I can do these. Like, fuck yeah. And so, like, one random day at the web, some little kid was like, hey, can you do, I think he asked me to, like, do a backflip. And I was like, nah, dude, like, I don't really like doing flips, but, like, I'll do one better for you. Keep an eye on my hands. And, like, showed him, I was like, put my hands upside down. He's like, what? And I tail whipped the hip in the middle line. So, like, that last right hip, I tail whipped it, and I landed flat and blew my hands off and fucking whacked my dome. And, like, one of probably the gnarliest concussion I've ever gotten in my life. I was literally out of it for, like, 3 days.
Oh,
I, like, so the scar on my face, like, is from it. I broke both of my thumbs. My tooth ended up falling out from it. And, like, I literally almost quit riding because of that. And my nephew was there. And so, like, I was like, my nephew just watched me, like I can't do that. Like, I was mentally distraught from it. And I was like, I don't know if I can keep riding. Like, and that's the reason why I started. Well, the 2, like, concussions, like, are the reason I started wearing full faces. Yeah. So, yeah, I will not ride underhand anymore because I landed flat, and because I was underhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up, like, tearing open my thumb. Actually, like, my nail just finally, like, grew back normally. And that was, like, 2.5 years ago. 3 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not doing tail whips
Right.
underhand. I'm just going around the pump track.
I'm not even doing that.
Uh,
No way.
Yeah, no, that shit sucked. I couldn't wipe my ass for, like, fucking a month. My mom ended up buying me a bidet. Now, like, one of my favorite fucking way too much information, but one of my favorite, like, home, like, features, bidet.
no, I've heard really good things about those.
You'll feel really good things about them when you get one. 12 out of 10 recommend. But
Just
yeah,
the hygiene alone, I've heard, is like completely different, like game changer. So
yeah, absolutely. And you save on toilet paper, which is, like, stupid expensive these days
it's true.
for no fucking reason.
True that.
Is the game of bike against Aaron Ross? Is it still out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
not on Vital. I mean, Vital's gone, but yeah, it's still on YouTube somewhere. You type in, I think, just game of bike with Aaron Ross. You'll see, like, little me in, like, a green shirt when fucking volleyball elbow pads on. Because it was like the days at Woodward where you had to, like, if
Wear
you weren't of
pads.
age, you had to have, like, elbow pads on.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then because of riding, like, the block at, like, the van skate park, you also had to wear elbow pads, but you could get away with, like, if you bought, like,
Little skater.
I bought, like, Barbie elbow pads from Walmart and cut them in half
Yeah.
because you just had to have them. They didn't need to, like, cover your elbows or anything, so that it, like, didn't get in the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
A lot
just
of
had,
people
like, these
have
little
on top.
pink elbow pads, like, just cause. But yeah, so yeah,
Sick.
it's still out there somewhere.
I'm gonna have to find it.
We're going to have to find it. Yeah. Tag them when we're watching it.
What? Like, all right. Who's your? Let's see. I'm trying to do this. Like, what's that? The compliment sandwich. Is that what it's called?
Yes, with a compliment, insult, compliment.
Yeah, just but without the insult.
Yeah.
So it's not. Who's your favorite person to, like, ever ride with? Like, who's like that one guy?
I don't know, honestly. I honestly really love riding with Larry because he, like, pushes me a lot. But, like, the last couple times, like, I've gotten fucked up is, like, also because of Larry. Like, I broke my wrist because of Larry. I popped, like, 4 ribs out of place because of Larry and got a boxer's fracture in my hand because of Larry. But it's, like, not even doing anything like, oh, I'm, like, doing 3 whips, like, off this jump. We're, like, doing stupid shit. Like, I broke my wrist at Scott's house because he's like, all right, I'm going to go on the right line and I'm going to boost and you're going to pass me. I was like, all right, cool. Ended up,
Oh, that's dumb.
yeah, yeah. And so I like went, and he's like, "All right, we're going right now." And I was like, "Fuck, dude, I wasn't ready." So now I'm going fast, and those jumps were like at that time they were small, like they weren't very tall, and they were not long. So I'm like racing these things, ended up landing flat on one, and I was like, "Fuck, this is the one I'm supposed to pass him on." So I pushed through the next jump like super hard, and ended up literally pushing through the lip to be like non-existent. Nose case the next jump and just Superman and just and then
Larry.
yeah, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and just like laughed. I was like, whatever. And then like a couple hours later, I was like, "Fuck, like my wrist kind of hurts, dude." And then I popped my ribs out at the web, like on like the little kid like circle oval pump check. He's like, "All right, we're gonna pedal in, and we're just gonna jump in the turn, pump the roller, jump in the turn." I was like, "Okay, like whatever," and like went kind of half-assed, like didn't go fast. I was just like, "Whatever." And he's like, "No, do it again. You can go faster." And I was like, "I really don't want to." And he's like, well, "Just don't be a bitch. Like just go a little bit faster." And I was like, "Fine, dude." And then I dropped in, and he's like, "I'm behind you." And I was like, "Fuck." And I hear him just like cranking. I'm like, "Well, now I need to go." And so jump into the turn and literally go to like pull manual the roller and like working so hard I ended up bonking it, nose manualed, and then fucking like side checked the next roller. Like so the middle one. I was like pop 4 ribs out.
Fucking Larry. Alright.
So yeah. I don't
Who's
know.
the one guy that... Alright, what did you have? Somebody else?
Larry. No.
Honestly, I just love riding like with people. Like it doesn't really matter. Like as long as like they're having a good time, like we're having fun. Like that's what it's about for me. Like whether I'm just like cruising, chilling, or like with Larry, like push myself like to be better. It doesn't matter to me. Like I just want to ride like with friends. So yeah, I don't know. Like it could be Larry. It could be like my best friend Seth. Like when he does get out. Literally anybody, all of you guys, just like getting the group together to go ride. That's like what it's about for me. So,
Alright. Who do you not like riding with?
I do not like riding with fucking who just sit there and bitch all day, talk shit. I'm like, all right, well, go ride, go do something, go take a lap. Yeah, I don't have like a specific individual I don't like riding with.
It's just the ones that just show up and just talk.
Yeah.
Damn it, David. No, he rides more than me, so I don't care.
Oh, dude, David fucking sends it. Yeah, I don't know. So like, I don't have like a favorite person like to ride with, and I don't have a least favorite person to ride with.
It's just the type of people.
It's just like it's about like the quality of people you're riding with, and like I said, like literally just like being kids again, just like getting the boys together to go ride. I mean, or girls. Like I love seeing girls out there fucking setting it too. You know, so I don't know. It's about community for me. Like I'm like way past the point of like I'm only riding with these people. Like I'm trying to progress and I'm trying to get better and I'm trying to like learn a trick a day. Like fucking dude, I don't give a shit. Like at this point, like I want to have fun because that's what it's about. Like I'm not trying to get pro. I'm not trying to get like paid. I'm trying to go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to get away from like the stress of like everyday life to like literally be a little kid and ride little kid bikes.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. It's not where you ride, it's who you ride with.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and I think I've been saying it out loud a lot more because
I've definitely heard you say that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
one of the dudes up there on the hill, like feeding into the drama.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it. And then I'm not good at dirt jumps. Fucking horrible. Like the web's like the biggest and best jumps I've ever jumped.
You could
If
do
I
it.
don't ride that place consistently, like I'm done. Like I can't just show up and just go through the middle line again. It takes me another 20 practice runs just to get over the whale tail before I have any little bit of confidence.
Up here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
But headphones in, dude.
That's what I tell him.
I know. I really wish we could like get speakers in there somehow.
I've actually been
my
carrying my.
headphones went off.
Is it?
Yeah. You hear it? That
Oh, yeah.
beep, beep, beep,
Oh, it's the Harley.
Charlie's probably
Yeah.
riding by on his bike right now. his West Coast chopper.
I wired his tail light in, so now he's got brake lights in the light now.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey.
But yeah, so like I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I've thought about it too. Like, who's like that? Like, even just growing up, like, who's like my one like favorite person? Like, if I had to pick out of like all the homies, like, who would it be?
Yeah.
And it, like, it's hard to ever just pick just one.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. Like, anybody's gonna like push me, like, basically like another Larry,
Mm-hmm.
but like also have like a good attitude.
Yeah.
Like, you can have like a fuck yeah, we're gonna do this today. Like, all right, sick.
Yeah. And I know a couple pros, like I'm not gonna name drop those people, that are like that. They're like the opposite, like super good, you'll push, but you're like a dickhead, like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't wanna go ride with you. So I've like also run into that. Like I've almost gotten in a fight with a couple different pros. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking give a shit who you are, I'll kick your teeth in. But, you know. So it just like just part of being an adult, like you kind of find your group and like who you can and can't ride with, and you just stay away from the ones you can't, because it's no point. You know.
Now, if you were gonna give everybody advice and like they knew it was coming from you,
Mm-hmm.
like BMX, like worldwide, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, it could be something like that 90% of them are gonna get fucking pissed off about,
Mm-hmm.
or it's gonna be like, oh yes, Diego, Saint Diego, like thank
Yeah.
you for like the positive words. Like,
Honestly, I would think it's just more of like coming from, especially the racing and freestyle side of things, of like, don't push yourself so hard, because like I got to a point, like especially with racing, where like I got burnt out because it wasn't fun anymore. It became work, and so the second it stopped being fun, like I didn't want to do it anymore. So like even if you're trying to like push yourself and like go pro and like be the next whomever you look up to, make sure you're still having fun with it and believe in yourself. Surround yourself with like those good people that are going to be there and like help push you, be supportive. But yeah, like, and then envision yourself doing it. Like you realistically, like you have to manifest that into your life.
that's kind of like your post that you put out.
Yeah.
Was that today, last night, or something?
Last night, yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, man, I kind of feel like that's targeted towards me. Because we talked about like
Yeah.
people, like making it through the dirt line, like we talked about last
Yeah.
night. Like okay, Diego, I
Yeah.
get it.
Well, and that's like where my business side of things comes in too. But also like what, like I said in my post, like my dad's instilled that mindset in me. Like whether you think, and so what the post had said was everything that you do in life comes from your thought process first. So if you think you can do it, your body, then you start acting as if, like, oh yeah, like I can hit middle line at the web. And then you envision it because you're saying it, you're speaking it into existence. Like your subconscious doesn't know the difference from reality and just like thoughts.
Right.
So it just like thinks everything's real. So then when you're like speaking that positivity into yourself, you're just like feeding it and you're like, okay, yeah, like you're literally giving yourself belief. So it's doing that. It's just like continue to give yourself belief. Like do not ever speak negatively about yourself, whether it's a joke or not. Because like I said, like your body doesn't know that difference. So what my dad always said was, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Meaning if you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you can't, you're also right. Because your belief system is the only thing that will ever limit you. So yeah.
That's a deep one.
That's a real deep one.
I would say that's like what, if I could give anything to the world, it's that. It's like believe in yourself more than like your 3-year-old kid or nephew or whomever like believes in Santa Claus. Because like you have to almost have like an undeniable belief in yourself, and literally no matter what you're doing in life, to be like the next great. Like you have to have a little bit of crazy, you have to be a little bit like selfish and whatever, fill in the blank of the word. You have to be that in order to get to that next level.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like how you put the word selfish in there.
Yeah.
I got lectured by one of our homeboys that we ride with because I got selfish on my helmet.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm out here because I am being selfish. And
Yeah.
So same kind of like mindset, same kind of attitude. Like, so I stopped riding for a while. You know, like wife, family, blah blah blah. But like, if I didn't have some sort of outlet every once in a while, my wife would be like, you need to go do something.
Yeah,
Go
get the
on
fuck
a
out of the
run.
house. Like, get out of my face.
Right. So now it's like doing selfish things, but really it's not so selfish. It's actually like my outlet, so I can come back and actually be a nice human.
Well, and that's a double-edged sword with it. Is like when you're doing selfish things like that, it's so selfish, it's selfless.
Yeah.
So that you're going to do things for yourself so that you can come back and to continue to like give. You know, like the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
And if you're just like not feeding yourself and like literally pouring back into your own cup, like through your own selfish activities, you're not going to have anything to pour out for other people. Right.
That's a huge one.
Yeah. So you literally have to feed whatever it is like indulge in whatever it is like you want.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people like I want probably like 99% of all the people really love when you show up, like because you are that way. You're that rider where it's like you're always positive.
Yeah.
You know, and like you'll mess around and
Yeah,
fuck
like,
off
we all
and
shoot
stuff
shit like
but then there's like those I don't know, that 1% where it's like Diego's here and he's gonna like pump me up and he's not gonna let me like talk bad about myself and he's not gonna like and you've done the same thing to me and I'm like oh fuck I don't know and you're like just go do it just go you got this and it's like cool like I like it I'm not that 1% but there's definitely that group where it's like Diego doesn't let me slack
and that's fine like if you don't like me because I hold you accountable like literally to be better for yourself like then that's your own problem. But I mean, like, so with like racing, you know, I've trained kids since I was like 12 years old with freestyle. Like, I didn't really train kids, but like I rode and like I pushed a lot of kids, like surfing, train, like taught lessons, snowboarding, like trained, taught lessons. So that's just like always who I've been, and even now, like in my own business, like at one point, I was running a team of like 30 agents like across the country, and like that was it. Like when you're running a business and like you're doing shit, like especially working from home. You have to be able to deliver like so much more. You have to believe in yourself. Like when you're teaching people how to do anything for the first time, like you have to believe in them more than they believe in themselves, so that your happiness and like your pride, like whatever it is, gets and your belief in them starts to wear off on them so much that they start to believe in themselves.
Yeah, seeing somebody gain confidence is I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I can really put it into words. Yeah, coaching junior roller derby, same thing. It's like you watch these kids that have zero athletic ability whatsoever when they start. You're like, okay, like I've literally taught kids how to run, like jog.
Yeah.
Like, okay, jog. We're gonna jog for 5 minutes to warm up. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to jog. Oh crap. Okay. Well, start by bending your elbow, like literally teaching kids to jog, and then like next thing you know, they're like, oh, like I'm jogging. And you see like a different, like just energy, attitude come out of them. It's a cool feeling.
Yeah, just being able to pour belief into somebody else like that is fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
How are we doing? 2 hours and 8 minutes, dude.
Yep. You talk a lot.
You ask questions and I'll fucking feed you all the information you want.
No, it's cool because we've done a podcast with somebody that's only been riding for like a year and a half and it lasted 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And some of it was just like bullshit talking.
Yeah.
But like when you have somebody, well, like Dusty's was a good one.
was good too. I mean, Elder Cat.
Since the prohibition, right? So yeah, when you have somebody that's like what 15 years of actually more than 15 years
27 years of riding.
27 years of riding.
Yeah.
Damn, like that's
a lot.
There's a lot.
And there's even like so many like stories in there of like traveling, like going to races, like we drove to every race. Like as a kid. I flew I think maybe to 2 nationals. And we were going to a different race like every 6 weeks. So like road trips. Me, my mom, older sister, and then whoever else, like whether it was like a team manager for the team we were riding with, or like other pros, like Olympians, like Barry Nobles, Mark Willers, like
I've done some skydives with Barry Nobles.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
That's how I met him. I was just like, oh, like you ride? It's like, yeah. I had no idea who he was. Super
Yeah.
humble.
Yeah.
Like super chill. Just this yoked little dude. Like,
Yeah. Just like 5'6",
it's
just
like, oh
massive.
yeah, I race Olympic, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, let me see some of your stuff. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you're really good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've driven to like Tulsa, Oklahoma with Barry like numerous times. Like sat shotgun with him, driving literally cross country for 42 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, so just like being able to be in that environment of like racing, traveling, like no matter what it was, like I have been very fortunate enough to be surrounded by a lot of the greats, and like I said, always having the older generation, like older groups, even if they're only like 4, 5, 6 years older than me, but like having them be able to pour back into me, like as a kid, was like everything, you know. So I've just been very fortunate for that. But yeah, like stories of like crazy shit that's happened, like going to Vegas, like swimming in the Bellagio, like there's shit like that that's like happened on the racing side of things,
donuts.
like dumpster donuts.
Helping start the games of bike on Vital.
Yeah.
That's
now
pretty sick.
Now we know. We see them at the web. We got to bring Twinkies and donuts.
In a clear plastic bag. Hey
But it has to be
boys.
Krispy Kreme, otherwise
Has
it's
a Krispy
insane.
Kreme.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. We'll have to set that up.
That'd be funny.
Like, hey, we're gonna do a competition. See who can fit the most Twinkies in their mouth, and just see what Larry's face does.
I don't even know if he'll remember that, honestly. He might.
He's got a lot of injuries. He
Yeah.
probably have more concussions.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know. He blew.
Dude, honestly, Larry's like, I've seen Larry fucking slam and get up and like walk away just like pissed.
Yeah.
But he's like he talked about it in his podcast, like he just built like armor around like all of his muscles and joints and
That's
shit.
what he
And,
says.
yeah.
Did you ever see that video of him like demolishing like his whole like stem and everything falling off? Yeah.
Which one? That's happened a couple times.
Oh, see, yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
it happen live at the Temecula skate park pump track.
No, this is like he like threed a dirt jump and
Oh yeah,
and he just-
at in Virginia
yeah,
at the racetrack. Yeah,
blew the whole bike. He hit hard and he just walked up. Or no, he picked his bike up and threw it.
yeah. Picked it up like this and oh my god, what is that jam called? It's like an actual contest.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of like a race weekend, and they have this dirt jump, and they started building the lip for it like out of wood, and it's like a 45-foot jump.
Damn.
Like these dudes literally come pedaling from like second jump of the first straight, come cranking around the turn and like fucking everything they've got at this jump, and it's one jump.
Yeah, they just did it too. They just did it just recently again too.
And then
Like
was it last?
nowhere or something?
No, that's nowhere. That's Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then oh my god, what's the guy with one leg that rides BMX?
Julian?
Yeah. They had him out there. I think like 2 years ago, and then Larry. I think it was the same trip or same weekend. Larry like literally towed him into the jump, and then he like just didn't make it. So someone like got out there like enduro like motorcycle and towed him in, and he literally cleared the jump. It was fucking so sick.
That's insane.
Yeah, but seeing like shit like that, like that's fucking tight. Like
Yeah.
like a dude with one leg hitting a 45-foot dirt jump is way sicker to me than like someone doing like a triple backflip, double tail whip, like bar spin, tuck no hander.
Oh.
Like I'd way rather see something like that
Yeah.
than like these big like flippy spins. Like cool.
It's just a different type of hype.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Rumble in Richmond.
Yes, Rumble in Richmond. There you go. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia.
Yep.
Duh.
Rumble in Richmond, yeah. Just one single jump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah. He dip through this jump, and how did he land? He landed like almost kind of sideways and just like exploded. But yeah, I saw him do the same thing. He flared one of the turns at the Temecula pump track, and he pulled off, and he did a flare with just his stem and handlebars in his hand, and his bike just
What the fuck?
yeah.
Y'all are different.
Yep. But no, Larry is different. Larry's strength, like I've worked out with Larry like a good number of times, and like I thought I was pretty strong for like how small I am. No, Larry's just
Superhuman.
superhuman. Larry drank milk straight from the cow's teat, I guess. Because the fucking dude is a fucking barbarian.
Yeah, he is. I would say one of the strongest, like, in BMX.
He's definitely the most athletic, like most physically fit in BMX. I literally could not think of anyone else I'd put like in front of him.
I'm not even gonna try.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Like Dakota Roche was like fit and like buff, but he was still like stocky buff. Larry's like always been, literally since I've known him, has like had an 8-pack.
yeah,
just been
Dakota's
great.
always. No, he looks like a silverback. Sorry, Dakota.
Yeah,
He's
no,
got
absolutely.
He's got some freaking forearms.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of street riders are built like that. They're either like stocky and built, or they're like oddly skinny.
Super lanky. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like lanky street riders. They don't.
I feel like they look wonky.
Yeah. It's kind of like oh man, kind of like when Chris Doyle rides street.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
love
watch him,
Chris
like
Doyle.
yeah, dude, he's good.
You watch him ride street.
That handrail that he does at like that apartment complex.
Oh, the
or
twist,
something.
the curve
Dude,
one.
he looks to me on that bike. Looks
Well, dude, he's 6'6".
so weird.
Yeah,
like,
well, and he's huge, and at that time they
It's
were riding like 8-inch bars.
Yeah.
6-inch bars.
yeah, that just looks wrong. It's like no wonder you fucking died.
Yeah.
Like you look like you're on like a 16-inch bike.
But that was a lot of people like back then too, like especially like in the dirt community, like everyone's like super tall and like looks hunchback,
Mm-hmm.
but because like bars were literally 5.5, 6 inches big, and then like it went to 8-inch bars, and like that was like game changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nuts.
What's next for you? What are your future plans?
With what? I mean, more specifically, I guess. So just continuing to like build my business.
Are you going to get to a point in your business where you don't have to like work anymore? When you have people-
Ideally, that's the goal, is to be able to like build my business so it runs without me, and I have the choice to still work or not.
so you would have like employees.
Yeah.
Or-
So whether they're independent contractors, like so 1099, or like if I like actually pay them salary, just have it be able to like run itself and like be like a true entrepreneur and not a solopreneur. Where I'm like, if I'm not working, I'm not making money, because like I do want to still be able to travel. I still want to be able to ride. I still want to be able to surf. And like I said, I want to have a family. So ultimately, I want to be able to buy land. I want to move back to the beach. So maybe Carlsbad, Oceanside, Fallbrook, somewhere in there, so I can like still get a little bit of land and not like live in a fishbowl. So I would say those are probably like the next big steps, and like hopefully find me a wife and start popping out kids. So I'm still young and my knees still work, because like you heard earlier when I walked in, like I did a squat and my knees, but they've been doing that since I was like 16. So I like popped like every joint in my body. Like that's my good ankle. So I want to be able to like live. Yeah, I want to be able to like live and like enjoy life with my kids, and like I was saying earlier, like I want to be able to explore, like ride, surf, snowboard. Like I want to be my kids' heroes, not just because like, oh, like well, my dad's my hero, but like I want to like go do that like hero shit in front of them and like be able to teach them that. So I'd say those are like probably the next big things I'm working towards.
More money.
More money.
No
bitch.
problems. No problems.
Hell no. No, I don't want to have like fuck you money. Like I don't like make good
Yeah,
money.
you do.
Yeah, I mean like in finance, like if you either like aren't making any money or you have like fuck you money. Like it's really hard to like be in that in between, because you're either doing things like incredibly wrong or you're doing things like super right. And I've like just found the point now where like I'm doing things super right. Like instead of like that, like fucking I'm doing all like pretty all right. So we should be
keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep the momentum going. We just lost a lot of distractions recently, so that's great. Momentum's like up, moving and going. So now just like holding on my own coattail at this point, like snowballing. So yeah, good.
Stay focused.
Yeah, staying focused, and just like just being back to like the selfish side of things.
Yeah.
Being selfish, like I continue to be selfless, I continue to pour into myself and focus on me, so that who I am every day is 1% better than I was the day before, so that I can be that 1% for the next person.
That 1%. What's that called? Is that Chase Life? There's a thing for it to be 1% better.
Oh yeah, it's just like you
There's
just be 1% better every day, and at the end of the year you're 365% better. I don't know what you're specifically out of that referring to.
There's a
quote or something like that
there's
too.
a word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't been there forever. You can go cold plunge. Staying there for more than a minute.
Oh, that's the cold punch place you guys were
Yeah,
going to.
Chase
Yeah,
Yeah,
Game changer.
yeah.
game
sure.
changer. Love it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I do miss. Like, so I was going to Powerhouse over in Menifee, and like right as I left, they got in a cold plunge and an infrared sauna, or like red light therapy bed. I was like, fuck. I was like, I can't justify like still spending $50 a month, and then like $100 in gas every week to go.
What GOS do you go to?
Going off to my Parkway. Yeah,
That's all right.
I'm in there like 7:30 every morning, so 7 a.m. something like that. Sometimes at 8. Depends if time falls asleep the night before.
Stay up doing stupid podcasts.
Podcasts, or like because my mom's like getting ready to move. Like we'll watch shows and like that's like. I mean, we work in the same room, like our like an actual like office. Like my desk is this way and her desk faces that way. It's like we're next to each other all day, but like I'm talking to my computer, she's on the phone, like talking to her computer, and so like we like hang out, like go out, go grab a drink, like go get food, and like come home, like watch a show.
There you go.
And just like spend like quality time together. So like that's what we're doing. Like, all right, like do you want to watch another one? Nope, I'm going to bed. All right, cool, me too. And, like go to bed. But we normally like hit it like 11:30, like midnight. Like, we should probably fall asleep now because we used to be really bad insomniacs. Like I moved home from Hawaii, and like my insomnia was like had never been worse. We just stay up like 2-3 days, like watching Netflix. And, like, work day's done, and like, all right, let's watch a show. And then just like, all right, you tired yet? Nope. All right, you tired yet? Nope. And then sun come up. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to the gym now. And she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to work. She worked from home, so she'd go from the couch to her desk and work, and then do it again.
Wild.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not good about sitting on a computer all day. I did it today. I was really disciplined today, and was like knocked out a bunch of computer stuff. I'm super glad I did, but
Yeah.
mentally and like my eyes, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
I get that. So for me, like during COVID, like with my business, I was 100% in person. Like so, I was either going into like clients' homes and meeting with them, or they were coming to my office to meet with me. And then COVID hit, and I went 100% remote, which was like amazing and terrible in like its own ways. It was amazing. Like I was able to do double the amount of appointments in half the time with people like across the country. Like I had clients from Washington to Virginia and like everywhere in between. And so I could be in all of those places in the same day because of the internet and like sitting in front of a computer. But then because I was like doing so much, I was sitting in, like I was literally talking to the computer like 10-12 hours a day.
Damn.
And then I literally would schedule 15-minute breaks, and I'd like just go stand outside in the sun, or like I'd lay down, like put my feet up, and then take like a 15-minute power nap. So like blood was flowing back to my heart because I was sitting down like this, literally all day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Can't do it.
it's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah,
But,
I
like,
started
when-
to stir crazy.
Yeah, but like when you get like locked in, like you were doing today, like doing computer work, like you get locked in, and like you're like, oh shit, it's like what time? Like, oh, I need to do this, and you like get locked in, and like, oh, you know, just like doing ride bikes, playing video games, like literally anything else, like you get zoned in, and the day just flies. So for me, like that's what it is, like because for me, it's like computer work isn't the same. I'm not like, oh, just typing out emails and like doing this. Like I'm literally talking to clients, like going over their finances and like what it is their goals are, their pain points, and like helping them essentially reach those goals at a very different level. So no like one conversation is the same, even with the same person. No conversation is the same. Like if I meet with them multiple times, it's just very
That's
different. Yeah, it's just like doing this and like okay, like all right, got a new podcast out, like interviewing. Okay, we got a new one. Like doing the same thing,
Yeah.
but your conversations are so different. And it's like it's enough change. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What else you got?
I don't know. What else do you guys want to know? Like, I feel like I've honestly like got stories for days. I mean, my great grandparents were like carnies. They like ran their own circus and then started Fordyce Harley Davidson out in Riverside, which was like the biggest and number one Harley Davidson dealership in all of California.
Whoa.
So it's now just Riverside Harley Davidson, but it used to be Fordyce Harley Davidson, and that was my great grandparents. Yeah, so my great grandpa Skip and his brother owned, like, had started like literally a circus, and they'd like go around like stand on top of planes, like at the time, like it was crazy, or like ride around on their motorcycles and like standing on the seats. And then my great grandmother like went to a show, met my great grandpa, fell in love, and like literally joined the circus with him. And she was like 5'3", like 110 pounds, soaking wet. Rode like a legit fully dressed Harley Davidson, like 1930s Harley Davidson.
Damn.
Yeah. And then would stand on his shoulders as he's standing up like on the sea, like doing crazy shit. So I guess like kind of the lineage for me, like whether it's motorcycles or bikes, like in general, like two-wheeled things, it like runs pretty deep on that side. So that's super cool.
Carnies for grandparents.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
That's
have,
really cool.
I have like one of the
Carnies.
Yeah, I have one of the original logos that they had for the dealership, and it's literally like, you know, it's like the 40s, I think, maybe 50s. I don't even think I think it was like the 40s, and everything. Then like pin up chicks. So there's this chick like literally like arms out as an airplane, her boobs are fucking propellers, and it says Fordyce Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
It's so sick. It literally hangs above my bed.
That shit's
awesome.
probably so rare too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
Harley memorabilia is like crazy.
Yeah, and so my older sister actually had it made. I think like someone from the race community like found it, and my older sister had like a few of like these like metal like poster boards essentially, like made up. So it's like a vinyl sticker. So it's
Yeah.
not like the original one from then, but it's the same logo,
Yeah.
which is fucking sick. And then I have like an original fender from when they had a travel trailer that they pulled with a Harley. So I have a fender that went over one of the wheels.
Huh.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. So like shit like that, like that's fucking badass.
Harley shit is rare and so big right now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think it's becoming even more rare and more popular.
Mm-hmm. I think like collecting stuff's like starting to like come back, especially with that within our generation of like very niche stuff.
Mhm.
Like our parents and grandparents like collected china and like fine dining ware, like fucking Beanie Babies. Like what were those stuffed animals? I think like Beanie Babies,
Beanie Babies.
like random shit. And now like Trey Jones like collects super rare like BMX memorabilia. Like he's got a room dedicated to it.
Mm-hmm. He's got like every props on VHS.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, he does.
I got a Criminal Mischief on VHS. Still
Dude,
wrapped
he's
in the
got
original
so
plastic.
much VHS stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I feel like our generation is collecting like very niche stuff.
Like he's got old jerseys too.
Mm-hmm.
Like old Huffy jerseys.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's got a big old 6-foot standard Shaq from the Orlando Magics.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's got that sitting in his room.
When he did Kaboom, but was never in Kaboom, the Genie movie.
Kazam, not Kaboom.
Kazam.
I was like, I knew it sounded
Kazam.
It's like Kaboom. I was like, yeah, no, wait, it feels
That's
close,
spray
but not
cleaner.
right. Yeah, Kaboom. I think because I was watching a video earlier of this girl on the spectrum. It's like, I'm at the grocery store. I'm going to see what I can find that's purple. I think that's why Kaboom popped up. She's like, it's purple. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, Kazam.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm about out of questions. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going on 2.5 hours.
Yeah, easy.
I'm surprised if anybody actually watches this far. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. It's Diego.
I think our parents will. my mom will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
My mom will watch it, especially she'll ask me if I'm going to church Sunday, and I tell her I do. I go to Ortega. It's my church.
There you go.
That's it. That's she knows. You going to church? Yep. Put my leathers on. I'm about that. Are you going to real church? Yeah, it's on channel 27.
Yeah, I listened to it in my helmet. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with Slayer. Or Gore. That's what I mostly listen to when I'm writing. It's supposed to be when I'm writing. Yeah, when I'm on my street bike, it's nothing but death metal or something. Just
No, I get down to death metal. I'm actually on a music hiatus right now. Taking a break from music and literally just listening to books and podcasts.
I've been doing a bunch of podcasts lately.
Yeah. So I just started listening to Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Hey, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So I'm also obviously if it's not pretty clear, I'm really big into self-development, personal development, self-help stuff.
Yeah, I think I've actually listened to that one.
Yeah. It's a good. I'm only a chapter and a half in, and I'm in it. I read a couple chapters of it a few years ago because I have his other book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, which is the most gnarly science book about your brain you could literally ever read. For me, it was really hard the first few chapters, and then you start clicking in. But yeah, really good book about just really becoming a different person by how you think.
Well, I'll have to send you the couple that I've listened to.
Yeah.
Because the same type of guy, runs marathons, just does hard shit, all the time.
Oh, yeah. David Goggins.
No, one of my buddies. He's a skydiver, firefighter, just you got to listen to this. This reminds me of you. I'm all right.
Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Same kind of self-development.
Yeah.
Do, what's that, I think it's
75
actually
hard.
in Chase Life too. It's do hard things. Do one thing every day or something like that.
Do one thing every day that scares you, that challenges you to become that 1% better.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Doug's I get better at Call of Duty.
dude, I'm happy to be alive, dude. We talk about.
Yeah, Doug's always down to do whatever.
Try it. My 4th grade teacher told my mother I'd be dead or shot, killed, or doing life in prison. I was in 4th grade. Now I'll be 40 this year.
I haven't done any of those.
Huh?
I haven't done any of those. See?
Yeah, I'm just living.
Fuck that 4th grade teacher, dude.
I'd spit on her.
Can't believe I like it.
I think our 4th grade teachers are even still alive.
I don't give a shit.
Damn. Old bats.
I know my old stepmom's not. She used to beat the shit out of me, too.
That's for a different podcast.
That's a great podcast, too. Dude, she did. She beat the shit out of me.
go.
Oh, shit.
Told you, yeah.
Doug starts talking. This is why he's been quiet.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
Well, there was one time my stepmom used to beat the shit out of me.
She did.
My god,
She's
that's
dead.
fucking amazing.
Oh,
No, I mean,
That's so bad.
they've been divorced forever, but her daughter hit me up Oh, I live in Marietta. That's cool. How's your mom? She died. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's all I responded. Yeah, I remember.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Is she gonna make it out of it?
I
It's
just
always
said,
like my favorite question. Like, oh my god, like they're super sick. Like, oh, they passed away. Oh, so like they're not gonna recover. Like, do you think they'll be walking in the next like couple weeks?
no, I
Like,
mean, I was being nice. I was being nice. Like, how's your mom? Oh, she died. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was being nice. I couldn't say.
And I'm like, oh, well, she deserved it. Yeah. You're just like,
I didn't say,
oh,
oh, that's good.
oh, sucks.
No, I said that's good.
That's good. Yeah. Good on her.
Anyway,
Different breed.
all right, let's end it on that.
Hell yeah.
All right, boys.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Sick. Thanks, Diego.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Appreciate
Hell
you.
yeah.
Absolutely. I appreciate you for having me on. It's fun.
Now we get to go race cars
I'm
tomorrow.
glad we remembered to actually make sure the record button was going this entire time.
Right?
I would have been like, we're gonna wait like a month.
Right? Yeah. Hurry up! Stop it!